Testing 1, 2, 3. It's Monday night. Grindhouse. Hit that like button, share it out. Let's go.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. All the crowd will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple racks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Blacks off this coke and this jack. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach this shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. Girl, you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Yeah, it's not enough, man, I want more. I keep on doing business, open every single door. I wanna be the richest, so you see me up on Forbes. I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I don't take it slow, man, I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path. Like a girl with a tat on her back, all black. I'ma take her right back to my pad where it's at. I don't ever slack off, so you better back off. I'm about to blast off faster than NASA. Everybody stand up, put your fucking hands up, that's the demand, yup. Welcome to the brand, bro. No, I'm not cautious, I take risks. And no, you can't stop this, I'm too slick. She knows that she wants it, so come quick, baby, know that I'm on it. I don't quit. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Find me at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. Keep it going, I'm rolling and flowing, I'm coasting, I got them all trolling me right. I just keep growing and showing them, knowing I'm owning this flow, you can catch me outside. Gonna get them all with a little payback. Never gonna fall, I'ma stay on the attack. Put them up against the wall as I finish every track. Never gonna stall, no, I'm never gonna slack. I've been like working and learning and searching for something to push my shit over the edge. I'ma keep burning and turning the profit, you know I can't stop it until I am dead. Gonna be unstoppable and profitable, cause I got a constant flow of knowledge, yo. If you got a problem, bro, take them off the throw. Coming to the top, I go, yeah, bro, let's go.
Up to the club in the city, show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club in the city, show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass in sleep. Yeah.
You can't stop this, I promise. Got electronic with a little rock shit. Rap on top of it, you can't even process it. I'ma keep dropping it till it starts stopping it. Oh, I got the beats and I got the rhymes to make your girl cheat. I swear she a dime, get up on your feet. If you wanna climb and take it from me, I got nothing to hide. I get it, cause I want it. Always on it, and I'm got it. Now I got it, got my shot in. You know I'ma be the one climb to the top of it. I'm dropping this, take a shot, I got the fifth. I'm watching it, crop top got me in. She got it shit, she wanna pop it off again. Drop it low and then she gon' take it off and see it. Yeah.
Roll up to the club and the city, show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. rest in peace, yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove, sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep, yeah.
I gotta do it for the fans, yeah. I wanna do it for the fans, bruh. I got really big plans, yeah. I'ma do it cause I can, yeah. I throw cash for a minute, oh. She throw back for a minute, yeah. I flow fast when I get it, oh. She love that when I hit it, yeah. I'ma get high, I'ma get low. I'ma go fly to my own show. I don't say bye, I say hello. Get to know me, yeah, they call me B-Ho. Gonna be the best in the game, rest in the fame. Nest in your brain and I spread like the plague. I don't give, no I take. Live for today, ain't nobody gonna say I didn't make a name.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove, sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace, yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove, sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace, R.I.P. rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep, yeah.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando? I remember long ago another starry night like this. In the firelight, Fernando, you were humming to yourself and softly strumming your guitar. And I could hear distant drums and bungled chords from afar. They were closer now, Fernando. Every hour, every minute seemed to last eternity with no content. I was so afraid, Fernando. We were young when they told us it would only be 10 more years. And I'm not ashamed to say we're sorry again on Twitter, 343. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me, for liberty, Fernando. Know that we could never lose. You got cheap here. If I had to do the same again for 10 more years, Fernando. If I had to do the same again with no content, Fernando. That was sus. Now we're old and gray, bootleg Joe. Since many years I haven't even known your name. Can you hear the drum, bootleg Joe? Do you recall that time when we finished the game and you told me your name? How proud we were to fight on this Halo ring. There was something in the air that night on the Pelican, Fernando. They were shining there for you and me when Bootleg Cortana said Fernando. Though that I never knew your name 10 hours in. But if I had to do the same again, I would ask you, Fernando. There was something in the air that night. The stars were bright, Fernando. Do you know her name? This Bootleg Cortana, Fernando. Though that we never lose, we got Microsoft money. If I had to do the same again, oh, and we will, all for 10 years. Yes, we'll do the same again. Why would my friend? Orlando.
If I had to do the same again, I would, my friend, Orlando.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
Woo!
Games are coming fast.
It's gonna be that kind of night, baby.
12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Skyrim's 2, Ground, True and Doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among Us, The Ascent, and more.
You know what? Screw the countdown. They're banging on the doors, these grinders. Let's start the show early. Let's go. They're banging on the doors. What's up, grinders? It's Monday night. Yes, the Grindhouse is open. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody had a great weekend. Twitter's been ablaze with bull. I don't know, man. Wild stuff. Just stay off of that thing. But hope everybody had a good time. Hit that like button. Share out the video because we're going to go in tonight. That's it. It's been enough. Enough is enough. I've been saying enough is enough, but this is enough is enough. This is some crazy stuff that's going on right now. But before I get into my introduction, Frog is coming on. He said he's ready. He gave me the thumbs up. The 2 thumbs. We got Ghost in the Shell. What's up, man? How you doing? Let's see. He was on mute. Let's got him in here.
Yeah, what's
Yo,
up? What's up, Jets?
What's up, man? How you doing? How's your weekend?
Man, it was good. It's hot as hell where I'm at, man. Like it's so damn humid. Everybody's just inside in the AC.
I know, man. It makes you not want to do anything. Crazy. And I tell you, the gaming stuff's been dry, man. It's game wise, like it's been just it's been here or there. Like it hasn't. It's the summertime. This is how traditionally summertimes used to be in the gaming thing. You used to get your E3 news. The only problem is that E3 blew balls this year, whatever hell E3 was. That didn't give us enough to pacify the lack in kind of just like any kind of things coming. And also too, we'll see what's coming later on this year. But like hey, Sony at least somebody's delivering something. That's all I'm saying. The rest of the industry, I don't know what the hell they're doing. But yeah, it's hot. Don't want to do anything. Grinders, hit that like button, share it out. We can get into the topics. But first, we gotta thank the VIP Grinders. Shout out to the VIP Grinders in the party. I got a new voice for you guys in the Grindhouse VIPs. Where is it? Oh yeah, there they be, VIP Grinders. What's up? We're in the party here with Herman Holt's Quality Splits. It's that quality. It's quality splits. My friend Gordon Ramsay, Jim Gordon Ramsay, cooking the beef Wellington. But thank you to the VIP Grinders. Hit that like button. If you want to be a VIP Grinder, you could join by hitting that join button and getting access to all the wonderful emojis that we have here with Bootleg Joel's, Herman Holt Splits, the 3 C's, and the Holy Spirit Activate. Thank you very much, VIP Grinders. Partying gear with the Herman. Might be craziness going on. It's a party. But thank you again, VIP Grinders. I appreciate all the support. And yes, the list just keeps growing, and it's awesome. I want to thank everybody again. And then I'm gonna definitely I could add a couple more emojis here, because I really don't want to take away these emojis. But if we get a few more VIPs, I could unlock the next emoji where I could add. Otherwise, I'll have to take some of these away. Maybe now the 3Cs, they just keep coming up every single day. So I'm going to keep the 3Cs because we need that one. Bootleg Joel is a fan favorite. We got to use him. And Phil Spencer looking like somebody kicked him in the nuts. That's always a great Phil Ness one. Maybe the Halo Rat needs to retire, and Craig. Maybe we gotta retire that one. Booster is the Grindhouse mascot for oh damn, I gotta get off this thing here. Oh damn, hold on, my thing's all going wild. Hold on. Yep, intro. Yeah, that thing auto launches all the time. Sorry about that. Manny always wants a Jim Ness one. Maybe we'll do the next emoji will be a Jim Ness one, like Gordon Ramsay looking one. I got one like that. We could make one like that. You tell me which one you want, man. Like, you guys, you tell me which ones you want for the next one. Definitely keep Booster. We're keeping Booster. We're not letting go of Booster. Maybe we'll change I like the Flaming Grindhouse. I like the gear. Herman Holt's doing splits. That is just quality splits right there. That's the quality tag. Maybe we'll adjust the Burning Grindhouse. Well, everybody likes the gear, so we'll do that. So if I can't add a new one, we'll do the Halo Rat is so goddamn bad, and Craig, man, that is, and this one really deserves to be a big one. But anyway, enough with the emojis. But yes, I'll have to change up some emojis up there. But let's get into the grinds board. Here it is. What's up, Toolman? How you doing? Oh, Akeem is going right to the nut shot right now. Akeem with the $5. Thank you very much. He goes, "What's up, grinders? Remember when people thought third-party AAA games were gonna go into Game Pass day one? That is a distant memory. Goddamn true. AAA third-party games, we're gonna get there. Thank you, Akeem. Yes, remember, it's still going on. That's the crazy thing. And nobody has called it out. Nobody has questioned. Nobody has said anything. Instead, it's all about delay, God of War delay, Last of Us Part 1 enhancements, and now it's the next day. And then whenever there's nothing going on, then you get Sony's going to do PC and PlayStation day one because they got nothing else to talk about. So it's like, let's just rile up people and get some like traction, because I'll just say like day one, and you just see all of them kind of the check marks, the 3 C's, put them in the chat. You see them, the 3 C's, all of a sudden they start saying the same thing. Yeah, they're going to do day one, and that'll trigger some people. You know what?
Yeah, they're searching for content.
Dude,
like I scroll through, the Twitter, or the not Twitterverse, but the YouTube verse, and I see all the channels, just Xbox getting boosted. I'm like, how many updates? How many times,
dude?
How many Xbox boosts and updates do these motherfuckers get? Like, you got more updates than you got games.
Dude, they even had a friggin' program boosted. They were boosting old ass games called Boosted. Like, and now it keeps getting boosted. All they did was free up some RAM. Like, oh my God, please. Like, yeah, this console is like, it's evolving. It's going to get so powerful. Dude, they can't even handle the power that it launched with. Who cares a shit about Boosted? Boosted is not making Halo look any better. Craig doesn't all of a sudden have a goddamn mutton chops because they're boosted. He's still got that bald ass face. Fernando still looks like a claymation. God damn it. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how boosted this shit is. It still looks like trash. You need developers to take advantage of the console. And guess what? The console's not the priority. That's the problem. You can boost that shit all you want. They're going to be boosting out the goddamn assholes. Nobody cares. You need the games. There's no games to even show if it fucking boosted or not. God damn. Holy shit. Combo Smurf says it got anal bleaching. Holy shit. Raw. Damn. Booty knows about that anal bleaching. What? What? Did I say him? Did I call him out? He goes, yeah, you called me out. Anal bleaching. Hold on.
Let me see you jump the
He heard anal bleaching. He's like, takes booty, no anal bleaching. He's going, hold on. He dropped his coffee. Oh, shit.
They don't have their priorities. Their priorities aren't the console. It ain't the games, and apparently it ain't even Game Pass because they ain't getting no third party.
Nothing, dude. Anyway, talking about like before we get to the no games, let's talk about there's some games. So Multiverses Season 1 is going to be rolled out. They kind of laid out the map. And remember what I was saying about the promises and all this other stuff? Well, this is not too far in the future. This is actually, they finally announced their Season 1 here, and they going to have a classic arcade mode. They're going to have some new cosmetics, which I'm going to tell you one thing. Battle passes and all this other stuff, cosmetics, okay? I don't like cosmetics where it's just like a full skin. Like, I don't like, and pause or whatever the hell you want to talk, like, not a foreskin. I said a full skin. Like, basically, it's just like a new outfit, a whole outfit. I like when there's like attributes that you could kind of mix and match. You know, Fortnite has it, Rocket League has it. Like, I think those are cool because then you could like mix and match and add variety. Maybe you like a certain setup, but then you want to add like a backpack or you want to add a thing on it. I think those kind of seasons and content, like for customization, is better because there's more parts to it. Whereas when it's just like a color, like in Halo, or if it's like just these variants, they call them variants here. Like, I just think that it's just kind of, you know, I don't like a full just like, hey, it's just a new outfit change and you can't customize it. I do like when they add different things. And banners and icons, I'm sorry, that don't work. Okay, we don't do that.
You didn't like the Halo chin strap
#1
for
customer.
Master Chief?
Oh my goodness, the Halo ball sack chin strap. Yeah, the chin strap, and then the Halo colors are like tied into like like supposedly there's an update coming out where you could change the visor colors and shit like that, where you can move the color across things. But right now the colors are tied into the armor sets, and people are begging for them to release the color sets into its own thing, these armor things, so that you can put the different colors on different armors. Because right now they're selling them as like, here's the armor and here's the color set, and it's tied together. And you can't mix and match. You can't put like a shoulder pad of one and a chest plate of another one. So it's trash, dude. That they don't even know how to make a goddamn service game. That's the whole thing. Hey, Game Night 123. He goes, sup, Jez? Sorry, I haven't been able to drop a super chat in a while. I was overseas attending my bro's wedding. Well, congratulations to your bro and wedding, and I'm glad you're back. Game Night. How you doing? Thank you again for the super chat. What's up, Salty? He's the dude that started everything with Fornatron. Oh, damn. I was listening to the Thrash's podcast last night. Shout out to Thrash. Maybe he'll come pull through, my man. That was some there was some gymnastics going on in that show, man. Fornatron was doing flips and dives and tricks and ducks. Oh my goodness. Talking about God of War, man, that was some wild stuff. Fornatron's nice, but man, he made a video out there and he rattled the roof on that stuff. But one advice, I don't know if you listened to King Thrasher's podcast last night, and I was gonna jump on. So I want to say, this is the problem that I'm saying. This is again not with Multiverse, but I'm gonna say something. If you are a content creator, you're a YouTuber, Twitter, whatever how you call content, whatever it is, let me tell you something. If you are gonna challenge people on the internet to say, hey, not only specifically like say Ghost or something, I'm not going to challenge you, Ghost, but like I'm going to challenge people on the internet going, why the hell do you like this? And then I'm going to use the evidence as I played a little bit of it. I don't understand how you like it. I think by challenging people on something that you like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Nobody's going to change your mind, and that's fine. You don't like it. Hey, this is why I don't like it. Fine. I said, hey, I did Elden Ring. I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, I bought it. I played it for about 3 or 4 hours. Like, I'm not going, but I'm not like here, like, hey, if Ghost, did you love Elden Ring or no?
Okay, so I made a whole video when Elden Ring first came out, and I bashed it. And I'm keeping this in mind.
Damn.
I almost did the same thing Fornatron did. I played about an hour and a half of it, and I roasted it right on my video.
But
then
that was your opinion.
That was my opinion. But then I got sick, okay? And I was off work for about 9 days. Now, you know a little bit of what I do, and I'm always traveling. I'm always moving around. So I sat my ass still for 9 days, and I played the shit out of Elden Ring. So
you got lost
here I am.
Yeah. Like you just
here I am.
Yeah.
level 490, new game plus 4, and the game's still meh to me.
It's still mad to you.
Now I can have that opinion, and it's based off the fact that I played that fucking game, I don't know, 200-300 hours now.
Yeah.
And so I think the biggest gripe with what Fornitron did, and I don't know the guy, but Thrash is the homie, and I listened to his podcast, but they were simply saying, how can you say, why do you people like this after only playing it for 45 minutes to an hour?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And this is the thing. So, like, and exactly, but like, if you challenge, like, and McChillin says, like, I had a conniption over Elden Ring stealing. I didn't have a conniption. I just couldn't believe how Elden Ring looked. Like, we got new next gen consoles, and what Horizon, the way Horizon looked and what it delivered a next gen experience. And if you have a next gen console, I would think like, this game, not only is it much better than the first one, but it looks incredible. But the thing is like, Elden Ring came out. This is the second time this happened to Horizon. Zelda did it to it before, but it is what it is. My thing is that I'm not going to say you shouldn't like Elden Ring and you should like Horizon. Or I never played Sekiro. Do I think it's a game of the year? I don't know. I never played it. But the thing is like, I'm not going to challenge people and say, I don't know why you like it because I don't like it. And that's the thing. Right. Like, if you don't like the game, you're not going to put like 30 hours in a goddamn game, right? Like, you're going to play for an hour and a half going, I don't like it, dude. And that's it. But don't make a video going, I don't understand what's wrong with people. Like, how do you like this game? How do you like hand-holding and all stuff? Obviously, you may like, basically, those kind of Souls games where you challenge and you like that stuff. For me, I kind of like it sometimes, but I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience to like, to do that stuff. And that's why I kind of like, hey, if I have a few hours, I don't want something to just like it seems like my progress was there. It's like little progress. I don't feel like I'm progressing in a story or anything like that. That's me. But people like that stuff. People like that challenge. But I'm not going to challenge people. I'm not going to make a video going, what's wrong with you? Because I'm the facts. I don't like it. Why are you like it? And that's where things go left. And that's the issue that I think happened in the situation. It's like, and then to say like, well, I only played a few hours of it. I don't like it. It's all handled. Okay, fine. But to say like how the internet should not like it, I'm not here to tell you what you like. I'm not here to, I can tell you my opinion on something. I can tell you why I think it's wrong with it, why I think I like it. But if you don't like it, I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm not going to convince you to buy it.
And I think that's the overall problem with, I guess, gaming journalism or gaming influencers as a whole. There's like people fall and follow these people at their every word. So that's you create that narrative that this game sucks based off what this person said, just because you're a follower, a true believer of something. And I credit to Thrash for just kind of opening up that conversation and man, like, look, man, because you didn't like it, does that mean that the other 20 million people that bought the fucking game
or say what's wrong with you? Like, the video was directed to what's wrong with you? How do you like this game? And it's like, whoa, like, that's why I retweeted. I was like, I don't approve. Like, dude, like, you can't be calling out the internet and then say, like, you can't, like, you're going to get smoke. You call out the internet on stuff because there are people passionate about this. And what's interesting is that during that Thresh thing, again, we're sidetracked from this thing, but just to mention, during that Thresh thing, when he was criticizing Souls games or even Sekiro stuff, I heard Fornitron kind of go, whoa, what's wrong with that? Why do you think that? Like, he was getting defensive because that was something that he likes, that he thinks is the best thing since sliced bread. Then if you challenge that, he was getting defensive. Why do that? Well, you just basically did the opposite to God of War, complaining about button prompts. Like, dude, like, there've been button prompts. That's like a homage to what God of War has been. Like, that's what it is. It has kind of button prompts. I think God of War, the new one, had less button prompts, but they put them in there as nostalgia, as kind of a tradition of the game. And also, that's kind of what they do. But, right? We'll question what throughout means, if it's in the beginning or the end. Like, dude, like, Now, it was, if you don't like cinematic experiences, then you may not like it. Okay, fine. But I'm not going to get challenged the internet saying you shouldn't like Souls games. You don't play Zelda. You don't play this. I'm not telling you what to play. I'll tell you how I spend my money. I'll tell you, like, about, like, how I feel about, like, people love Game Pass. There's different reasons for it, but I'm not paying for it. I'll pay for it when there's games in there, but you can't. But there's no facts out there going, well, no, there are a whole bunch of first party games. What are you talking about? There's factual out there. Those games don't exist. They're like, you know what I mean? There's certain things where you could be trying to convince somebody, but you're basically lying out your ass or out your booty hole. Like, oh, it's great. I'm loving this. Powell watching. Anyway. So anyway, back to Multiverse. I've been playing a little bit of this on my Steam Deck. You know, and it actually worked on Steam Deck. Played a little bit of it, been ranking up, doing some things, just killing some time on there. They got Rick and Morty coming. So they're coming out with a new ranked mode, season 1. We'll see where it goes from here. I know the whole HBO WB shit, they said they're not going to be affected by it. They tweeted it out. So we'll see. We'll see where it is. But it's not a bad game. Like, you know, I was getting into it a little bit. At first, I didn't care for it too much. And then I've been playing, like, just killing some time. And, you know, because I finished Stray. You know, I beat Horizon. There's probably some games I could go back and you know, play and stuff like that. But it's just, I'm kind of in that lull, that lull right now. And I'm, you know, waiting. I went back Tony Hawk. I was playing some of that. But Multiverse just seems like a mind-numbing, just kind of messing around. And, not bad. Did you play it? Have you played Multiverses, Ghost?
No, I haven't played. That's not my type of game. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I saw it and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, like there's tons of characters that they could put in the game. Like it's interesting, and I think, like, you know, and what I was saying before about the levels and stuff, there are some levels that have a little bit of an activity, but it's still not at the level. And they're also if you do 4-player 1-on-1, like the 4 free for all, they do have some drops. Like, you know, you'll get like a pie in the face or something like that. So they do have some weapon drops in that. They don't have it in the team play. But oh yeah, it's not. It's in Smash Bros is another level. Especially with animations and move sets and things like that. Smash Bros is nowhere compared to this. This is a nice free to play kind of game with some nice IP and some interesting kind of things there. But it's not no Smash Brothers. I would even say, you know, I think Brawlhalla has a little bit more smoother combat than this does. I would say that. But yeah, that's their season pass, season 1. They dropped that. So let's see. Where's my okay. Oh man. I forgot about that topic. Yes. So we're talking about the bootlegs. Everybody can put bootleg Joel in the chat. There was a reveal, a brand new Xbox game. Yeah, maybe this will be the new meme. Maybe this will be a new maybe not. But we got Bootleg Kratos appeared on the Xbox. Yes, the hitbox is off, Dank. That's what I mean. Bootleg Kratos. There he is. He made it on Xbox. He's not even in Game Pass. Kratos is not. This game didn't even make it to Game Pass. War Gods Zeus of Child. Oh, look, it was removed. In the meantime, it was removed from the store. So hope you got it. Bootleg Kratos. Oh man, Jim Ryan. They had what's his name? Gordon. What's his name? Herman Holtz was turning his yacht around. He goes, "What? They tried to use God of War on the Xbox." He's like, "Turn this yacht around right now. I have to unbutton 2 buttons and go kick booty right in the fucking ass." And then so he had turned his yacht around. He was going back to kick booty's ass, saying, "Well, you putting Bootleg Kratos on Game Pass?" Well, he wasn't even in Game Pass. He was just in the Xbox store. And yep. So basically, they made some dinosaur world and spelled the word dinosaur wrong. So they have 2 games. I don't know about the dinosaur game, but Bootleg Kratos made his appearance on Xbox and quickly got pulled off of Xbox. Yeah, there is Dinosaur Falling Survival. They spelled dinosaur Dinasaur. That is some quality right there. And they're Xbox PC exclusive games right here. This developer is goddamn. He is an exclusive. He's an exclusive, man. Look at this. Here's some
Quality
gameplay,
right there.
dude. Here's some gameplay right here. Let's see this. Let's see Kratos. Oh my goodness! Look at these animations. This is about quality. Wait. We gotta hold on. I got a good. We got some good stuff here. I got Where is it? This is what they allow on their storefront. This is what Phil allows on his storefront. So where is it, Phil?
means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whenever I hear some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times.
Not to throw mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say, and means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years. Turn 10 and how we started Forza, and they've turned into a great racing studio that does an amazing job. And I know it takes a little bit longer, and maybe people like the quick, hey, why don't you just go buy this studio and bring them in? And we're completely open to that. Microsoft has the money. I have the green light, so to speak, in your terms, to go and acquire studios. Again, I just think it's the goal for us is to bring the best games to the platform. And if a studio wants to maintain its independence but work with a first party, I think that's fine. And the game, I think it's great, actually. And I think our ability to partner with
left the stadium.
Bring the best games to our platform. Because in the end, I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios. They don't play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games are there.
But if you're
cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Dude, I didn't realize he's leaving the stadium. Oh, God. He basically moonwalked out the stadium. Oh, man. Oh, man. No, I'm surprised they're not lining this thing up right next to Power Wash Simulator. How the hell does this get approved for the Xbox Windows and Xbox Store? How does this show up? What kind of trash-ass booty gun a system that they got over there that they let this go on through? Man, this is not even like Dreams or something that somebody made some bootleg version of Halo. Actually, the versions of Halo and stuff in Dreams is even better than the goddamn game. This is on the store for a price. They're selling this shit. How does this get on there, Phil?
That's the crazy part of it. They had the nerve to ask for money for that shit.
Dude, they're asking for money for this thing. $3.99. Phil, how does this get on there? How? I don't even know. How does this get approved for the store? I need answers.
Oh yeah, this is the quality. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Oh man, I'm just all about Game Pass. I actually wanted to try to get it in Game Pass. I thought $3.99 was too much for my Xbox Game Pass subscribers. I had to make sure that this was of the quality of Game Pass. So I tried to get this game in Game Pass, but Sony came right down my neck and told me to pull this shit off. And I tried to offer them some Xbox refrigerators from Target. That didn't work. I said, hey, about some Xbox donuts. Maybe Jim Ryan might like some Xbox donuts when they keep God of War, because I don't have a game this holiday. I got shit for my game subscribers. So I let this go. I said, put God of War on Xbox just for a little bit. They were on Twitter. They were talking about God of War being delayed. And I was like, oh yeah, get some of that traction to my console. Put Kratos on there for a nice low price of $3.999. And if people like it, then we'll put it in Game Pass. Oh yeah, I was trying to ride that God of War train and I got caught. Shit.
Damn, Phil Ness trying to ride the hype of the internet. Everybody was talking about God of War, and Phil Spencer said, put it on the console. Let's ride that Game Pass. I have no clue how the hell this gets on there. But this, in all seriousness, how the hell does this shit get on Xbox? What kind of jackass system did they got of approving games for that platform? That they got some, this is worse than some cell phone shit showing up. What are they doing over there? What is their method? Is this the Xbox indie program or Chris Chawla bullshit? And then you have Dinosaur that doesn't even spell the word dinosaur right. They're not even spell checking to son of a bitch. And Xbox makes fucking spell check. They make Windows spell check. How the hell do you have a game called Dinosaur Falling Survival and the fucking dinosaur word is spelt wrong? You make Office. How the hell do you have a fucking spell check in your goddamn submissions? I don't know what's going on over there. Because I swear, I don't know what's going on there. Between the Game Pass offerings, between the bullshit that's coming out of there, I have no goddamn clue. What, like, it is like the kids running the house over there. Like, these are executives. This is a $1 trillion company, and they act like this is their first rodeo. We celebrated 20 years of Xbox, and this is the bullshit that slips through their store? Where's their certification process? How can somebody charge $4 for this trash? This is not even Dreams. This is not even goddamn your creative thing that, oh, well, you shut that shit down. This is not even in Dreams. A game that actually people make shit. No, this was a legit game that people made in there. Dude was moonwalking out of the stadium. Spelled the word dinosaur wrong. Goddamn, make Microsoft Office 365. Would you miss a day? Was it a leap year that you missed the fucking spelling? The hell's wrong with them? Office 365. Oh shit. Leap year is Office 366. Oh shit. Fuck out of here. Jackass quality bullshit. Good job, Xbox. You can't even give quality when it matters, and then you let this shit slip in the back door. Goddamn booty, smiling his ass. Enjoy. Anyway, so Bootleg Kratos is gone. He's gone now. They got rid of him. It looks like, it doesn't even look like the freaking Fortnite character. It looks horrible. God damn.
It's gonna be real interesting to see next month when they get Deathloop. All the
are they getting Death? Dude, I don't think they're getting Deathloop. Who announced that? Are they getting it?
I had heard something. I had heard or either read, or I might have misread it, but I was under the assumption that
there's no announcement of Deathloop. There's no announcement of Ghostwire Tokyo. They got caught with their pants down, face down, ass up in 2022. I cannot believe this is the kind of news they got. Unity and xCloud. That's the next thing that we got there. That was an announcement from today. Unity and Microsoft are together again. You know what? I remember Unity. Unity reminds me of Ubisoft. They jump face first in all the bullshit. They're like, we got touch controls. Ubisoft's the first one there. We got some stupid ass fighting game we'll put in there. Like, Unity is the same thing. Unity, well, I looked up. Unity took part in UWP. Oh, we're in UWP. We're going to make one family now. We're going to be putting this shit together. UWP's gone. Now Unity announced a cloud partnership. Dude, get your videos ready. Get the lotions out. What does this mean? Everything but the goddamn games. Everything but the games. For a company that has trillions of dollars, all these studios, all these games they're making from Cobra, all these PowerPoints, they don't talk about shit. But Unity says they're working with the cloud. Ask Stadia how the cloud's doing. Ask Luna, Amazon service, the cloud. Dude, the cloud did what it did. It came and went just like a goddamn thunderstorm. Just like the weather. The cloud came and the cloud went. Nobody gives a shit about the cloud. And know what's crazy? Is that the cloud had the amazing opportunity to demonstrate its forte in the whole implementation of gaming, in game development, in games sharing assets. Everybody was stuck at home. The collaboration of moving into an office setting was null. You couldn't even interact with people. This is where the cloud could have exploded. This is where Microsoft Teams could have blown up. This is how game development could evolve to, like, you don't need to come together in an office to make a game. You can make a game remotely with the tools that Microsoft and the cloud have. The cloud had the opportunity of a lifetime. Microsoft, yet again, had an opportunity of a lifetime to implement the cloud and cloud game development with sharing of assets, with shared documents, with shared they could have done this. And guess what? They're the only goddamn company that doesn't have games coming out. And I heard it just today. COVID was the reason why Xbox has no games right now.
So tired of hearing that shit.
Dude.
So tired of hearing
Next
that
is
shit.
going to be monkeypox. You're going to be it got delayed. We got monkeypox. Shit. It got delayed. Starfield was supposed to come out. The pandemic of monkeypox. Like, what are you doing here? How can you say Xbox has been affected by the pandemic and nobody else was? Nintendo's dropping games. Sony's dropping games. Even the delays are just a goddamn month. They're just a month, like 2 months, 3 months. And the game comes out and hits. Microsoft delaying games for a goddamn year to an unknown time. These games don't even, they had a release date for Starfield. 11/11. Stamp it on your ass, Phil. People want to go get tattoos. Phil, right above the ass crack where I like it. Right above the ass crack. Put it in there. No regrets. No regrets. There it is. What's the date of Starfield? Please. Use that deep ink. Where is it? 11/11/2022. Oh my God. Yeah, there it is. People got their date tramp stamped to their ass. And Microsoft delayed it to guess what? Sometime in 2023. Dudes running out there with goddamn tattoo removers. Dude, I put Starfield tattooed across my chest and on my lower back. Phil told me. Starfield, no regrets, 11/11/22. What happened? He had the date set in stone for your ass. It was so fancy that they had it on the console of the game of the in-game assets. They had the date sneakily right there, right in the CGI. Tramp stamp in the thighs, lower back. I heard some people got that ball sacks tattooed. Oh shit, at FanFest. After drinking some Phil Ness and numbing creams. This is what happened. The date was stamped in gold. Then the son of a bitch comes out 2 months before. You know what? 2023 sounds good. Sometime. Goddamn tattoo removers. Oh, it's the pandemic. They were working from Microsoft makes fucking Office clouds. They make the remote clouds. They built the studios from 2018 that they bought. They built them state of the art. They were working off of goddamn Commodore 64s to make Hellblade 1. Phil bought them a friggin', I saw, don't you remember when they bought the goddamn studios? Didn't you see all the buildings getting built?
Yep.
I saw pictures of sunsets from goddamn, what's his name? Drew Murray. The initiative is great. He took a picture of Venice Beach and the sunsets. Brand new building. Hellblade's like, we're moving.
They can build new buildings, but they couldn't get the games made.
Yeah. They took out their Commodore 64s. They gave them all Windows 10 devices. They probably got jerking off with Surfaces and Surface Pros and touch screens all over the goddamn place. They set these guys up. Brunch on Sundays.
Let me take this phone call. I'll be right back.
Sure, man. Brunch on Sundays. They got them all set up. You make the cloud. How the hell? Oh, shit. Glory holes in the bathroom, Big Bud said. Oh, damn. Pause. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. How? I saw the videos, the picture. Oh, they're building us a state of the art. They set them up for life. Then, after you set all these dudes up, the pandemic hits. Now you're working remotely. Windows, Office, Satya's friggin' nipples must have got 3 times the size of themselves with the pandemic. Oh, we're working from home? The cloud? Fucking Satya was cutting glass with those nipples. And they missed it. They could have shown games that this... Guys, and guess what? It was built while we're all remote. We used Microsoft Azure servers, the ones that we buried in the ocean outside of Florida. This is what we're doing. Instead, it became an excuse to why there's no games. Oh, we weren't in the office. It's hard. How the hell? Oh, I heard somebody go, oh, they couldn't do the mocap. Dude, how the hell did they do the mocap for Horizon? How the hell did they do the mocap with God of War? And the guy broke his back with the pandemic. The guy who plays Kratos got injured. And the pandemic happened. And they still got God of War coming out. How? Oh, the pandemic, the motion tracking and Hellblade. They just got back in the studios. The fuck? Shut up. Shut up. Like, you have no goddamn clue what the hell you're talking about, dude. All I know is we got no games. There are no games. And I'll talk about it more than no games. But how? You had the opportunity to demonstrate the cloud and the power of the Azure bullshit. Stadia had the platform. Cloud was it. Remember, dudes, remember 5G? Oh, shit. 4G? No, you can't play games with 4G. 5G. The cloud with 5G. Remember 5G? Guess what, everybody? We're on 5G Ultra now. Fucking 5G came and went. Now we're on 5G Ultra band. And still the cloud means shit. Tell me. All these cappers for years. Oh, it's not for now. It's for the next 2 years. Well, they said that in 2019. Well, that was 3 years ago. So if it wasn't for 2019, it's for a few years later. Well, we're a few years later. Where is it? Anybody asking them? All those 3 C's? Asking all those checkmark sons of bitches? Oh, no, it's Sony 3D. Sony day and date. That's the new one. Oh, yeah, Sony day and date on PC. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to break that shit down. But this cloud, the cloud, let it be what it is. This is not the future of gaming. Gamers don't want to play on the cloud. It's a goddamn parlor trick. All right? And what you see with the success of the Steam Deck's not no cloud shit. Logitech is making some cloud thing. Good luck. Logitech? Where's my friggin'...
Okay.
Yeah, Logitech. Making a cloud-only device. Is it... you mean a phone? Like, a phone? Is that what Logitech is making, a phone? It's not the future of gaming, dude. It's not. Prove us wrong. Prove it. Show how this thing works. Logitech basically making a phone. Will you make a screen with a 5G signal in it? Right, Josh? Look at the Steam Deck. Native games you're playing. Natively. Right? Native games. But anyway, Unity's on the cloud. Stadia's dead man walking. Shout to over 180 people watching. Hit that like button. Share it out. Grindhouse fire tonight. I'm sick of it. It's enough. Like how they almost will it to happen. Like, it's like, no, the cloud. The cloud's the future. 5G's the future. Oh, no, now it's 5G Ultra Band. 6G. No, that's 5G too slow. 5G too slow. This is what I feel like. I feel like this is how they talk about their speeds. Where is it?
Prepare ship for light speed. No, light speed is too slow.
Too slow? 5G?
Too slow? Yes, we're going to have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed? Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Now 5G too slow. We got to go to ludicrous speeds to get the cloud. And then it all comes back in a circle. What do you want to play? You could play the game anywhere. Do I want to? Is it a game that everybody wants to play? Is it a must-play game? Oh, no, it's Pentiment. Dude, nobody gives a shit if Pentiment can be played on a toilet or on a big screen or in a movie theater. Okay? No, it's not Pentiment. That's the problem. Not only is the way of playing through the cloud not very fun, because it depends on a lot of external factors and strap-ons to your phone, if that's the way you want to play. But it has to be games that you want to play. And if nobody's buying them on the console or on Steam, or it has 2,000 people on a good day playing an online game when it's everywhere, who cares if it's everywhere? Who cares? See, gaming is not a necessity. It's an entertainment. So, like, the success of a McDonald's is that it's everywhere, but it's a convenience. It's a food. Just because a game is everywhere doesn't deem it successful just because it's everywhere. People have to want to play the game. So if you make content that people want to play, then it's nice that you could play it on a PC and stuff. But if you make stuff that people just don't care about, 2,000 people on a good day when it's on every goddamn PC, like almost pre-installed with a free month of Game Pass, free to play, don't have to pay online, like zero overhead, zero barriers to entry. Halo was 0 barriers to entry. Is the fact that it's everywhere deem it successful? Amanda says, what happens to the cloud when the wind blows in the wrong direction? Exactly. You go through a tunnel. You're playing a game. You go through a tunnel. Like, you can't be competitive with the cloud. There's so many factors. There's digital artifacting. There's bandwidth. There's uploads and downloads. And as soon as you get lagged out, as soon as a move doesn't correspond, you're immediately out of that game. Just like how people want to criticize frame rate drops. Oh, this game's dropping frame rates. Dude, what happens when your whole game just freezes and the sound keeps going on? Oh, well, it's a glitch. And then you're trying to beat a boss or trying to do. Nobody's going to play with those kind of limitations. It's a party trick. It's like, dude, I'm with my parent. Oh, this sucks. I have nothing to play. I didn't bring my console. Dude, let me just, let me see what's going on online. Let me play some sort of stupid little indie game or something like that. It's the content. Exactly, Tex-Mex. What happens when the Cat 6 cable plugs from your ass? Exactly. Parrish, oh, streaming's great. Goddamn Cat 5 cable in his asshole. He's like, oh, this is great streaming. Oh, man, this they improved it. They use Series X's now. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with your trash. Even using clouds to calculate systems. Remember the cloud palette of Crackdown? What happened? The power of 30 Xboxes, offshoot calculations, and all this other stuff. What happened? That was Crackdown. That was 2018 technology, a game built for 3 years in 2015. They were using cloud technology in Crackdown 3. Why nobody using it now? What happened? Crackdown was being built since 2015. It was launched in 2015 shit. Launched 2018, the game. That technology. We're in 2022, 4 years later, 6 years later after they came out, dude. 2017. What are we doing here? Nobody's using that off calculation of the cloud that Microsoft was pushing for Crackdown. Oh. Cloud AI that they were using in Titanfall 1? Anybody? Bueller? Why isn't the industry taking on this technology by storm? The opportunity was there. What happened? All this rah. Sony don't have cloud. They got to use Azure because they don't have one. Xbox is better. How'd that go for you? How did that turn out? Mm-hmm. Speaking about how things turn out. God damn, we've been talking for a whole year on this Activision. We own you. We're going to own Call of Duty. Oh, what are you going to do? But when it comes down to it, and this is like the same effect. They talked for a full year about Bethesda. Oh, we own it. We got all this IP. Exclusives matter now. Take it off a PlayStation, but I want everybody to play, but take it off a PlayStation because I want them to want something. Oh, and now we talked a full year. Activision. Oh, we own them. We own you. Oh, we're going to own everything. But then when it comes down to the games, Deathloop still nowhere to be seen on Xbox. They own Bethesda for over a year right now. But Sony still got exclusive. Ghostwire Tokyo, no announcement. There you go. Now, $80 billion. They can't even get a goddamn beta. They can't even get a goddamn beta.
Oh.
Can't even get it. How? How?
Okay.
And this is where this shit goes awry. This is what kind of deal did Sony strike? They didn't have to spend $70 billion to get betas and content early. They've been getting God of War content before Xbox since 2014. Map packs first. Betas first. All this. 7, 9, and this is where I don't understand the logic. If I was still cheering on rah Xbox, how do you not scratch your head on this? How? How do you not say, listen, is this $79 billion acquisition really about the games? Is the Bethesda purchase really about the games? Sony didn't have to go buy Activision to get Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo Mum's Silent exclusive. It's not even a year exclusive. It's over a year right now for Deathloop's coming up to a year right now. What? Is it going to stealth drop? That's the marketing? What? Sony didn't have to buy Activision to get this stuff early. Sony made the deal for the games. They didn't spend $80 billion. $80 billion to own Activision for what? This is what I don't understand. You were getting Call of Duty anyway. You were getting Starfield anyway. That's right, Josh. If it does do a stealth drop, then there is some marketing issues. That's right. Like, come on, you're going to stealth drop. Oh, Deathloop is showing up this month in Game Pass. It's like, okay, great. Stealth drop. Candy Crush. 7, like, you got to look at these big purchases and go, what are they about? What are they about, really? Are they about the games? Because it seems like Sony making deals. Sony didn't have to buy Square Enix, not yet, to get Final Fantasy, to get Forspoken. They didn't have to buy Kojima to get Death Stranding. They didn't have to buy Square Enix to get Final Fantasy VII Remake and Reborn, whatever the hell that is, or the Yuffie DLC. They did not have to buy them to get that stuff. How? Like, this is a bad deal. Like, I cannot see, and I understand there's contracts in place, but my thing is like, Sony even got Destiny. Before they even bought Bungie, they got content exclusively to Destiny. If it was really about this,
games to our platform, because in the end I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios.
That
they
is
don't
true.
play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games are there.
But if
that was the words of Phil Spencer, that's not no fanboy. That is not no Xbox podcast. That is no YouTube channel. That is no tweet from some diehard person. That is the boss himself in the boss position, saying exactly what needs to be said. We don't play studios. We don't play resolution. We play games. And if his job, just like when he has the green light, is to bring games and content to the Xbox platform, how the hell do these acquisitions do that? These games were coming anyway. This is not bringing new games. He's not bringing more games. Starfield was coming to Xbox, rain or shine. Whether they own Bethesda or not, probably take the same amount of time either. It was all on Xbox. It was all coming to Xbox. And how does Sony get 2 exclusive games from Bethesda before Microsoft even purchased them? If Microsoft wanted to bring games, why didn't Microsoft get Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo? Why the hell did Sony do it? How did Sony outbid them with their cheap-ass game? And Microsoft has all these trillions of dollars. People love to rub themselves in Microsoft money. How? As an Xbox fan, you content creators, you Twitter, how? This is my question. How does this make sense? If you love the brand and want to play more games, why don't you sell? Why don't you scratch your head going, how the hell? We just spent a year talking about Microsoft owning Activision. How the hell does Sony still get almost 4 weeks early beta? Oh, with the contracts. Well, then I would say, where was Xbox in these contracts? Sony's broke. See, fresh. They're broke. They got no money. They got no money. $1 trillion company. I think it's time. Why are these studios, why are these things getting purchased?
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. Games are coming fast.
They're coming fast.
And they're all on
It's all on Game Pass.
Yeah. What to play first and what
So
to play
much to play.
last. To ground true,
But not what you want to play.
they're all on Game Pass.
Game Pass. The Ascent and more. You hear it. The song tells it all. What kind of deals are they making? As an Xbox fan, you got to be like, how does Sony just know? How are they getting? Our company is spending. It's like a sports game, right? Imagine. Seth Ross said he knows what's going on.
Booty. I came looking for booty.
Like, it's like a sports team. Your team goes and spends all this money. They buy a whole offensive line. They buy a primetime quarterback named Ninja. Shroud is the running back. Oh, damn. You know where I'm going with this. Shroud is the running back. They spend billions of dollars on an offensive line. Primetime quarterback, primetime running back. And now it comes game time. Man, on paper, holy crap, they got all this money. They bought the top of the line everybody. They're going against a team that just had, that they're poor. They got no money. They got a bunch of the replacements. They got. And the game goes on, and the prime time Xbox team throwing interceptions, loss of yards. The goddamn replacements are there throwing touchdowns. They blow them out of the water. And you're like, wait a second. As a fan of the Xbox football team, we spent all this money. Booty's the tight end. Oh, shit. Seafresh got it.
I came looking for Booty. Booty.
Oh, damn. Booty is the tight end. Oh, shit. Booty's the tight end. Dropping passes off his ass. Sit there, Coke. But like, dude, seriously. You spent all this money. And the goddamn replacements. The poor ass Sony team is like, you're looking like that Hillary Clinton meme going, oh. Dude, you got all this money. You bought all the. How does this, as a fan, how do you look at Xbox and going, they're doing the right thing? 2 thumbs up for me, Richard Nixon style. Yeah, Xbox, go Xbox. Woohoo! Green light, baby.
You're my #1 customer.
Yeah. How? How can you sit there and, oh, they're doing the right thing? Dude, I would say, no, they're doing the wrong thing. Why are you spending all this money and we ain't got shit? That's what I would be saying. You're spending this money and we don't even have a friggin' W. You're spending all this money and we got years with no fucking games. And Sony is making games and stealing the shit of the people that we're buying. How is nobody, oh, the contracts. Where was fucking Xbox with the contracts if their job was to bring you games to your platform that makes you bleed green? If that's their job, where were they when Deathloop was being signed? Where were they with content to their console? They did it. They did a Tomb Raider. They pulled that shit. They know how to do it. They used to do it. Why did it stop? After Halo 5, Phil's balls dried up and went inside. What happened? They bought Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, what happened?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
Deals.
activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Early access to the beta, PlayStation exclusive, weekend 1. September 18th, open beta, PlayStation. $70 billion gets you. And then, September 23rd, 22nd, Xbox gets it. You get it with everybody else, dude. PlayStation gets over 2 weeks. 2 weeks before you. $70 billion. What do you think matters? Getting the early access and getting the stats and getting the game and getting the content for your stream and getting all that stuff? Or the fact that Microsoft is talking to goddamn lawyers and they got goddamn lawyers on podcast asking about Microsoft going to close the deal or not? What do you think sells consoles? What do you think sells games? Getting to play the beta over a month earlier? Or through 2 weeks, 3 weeks before? Is that sound more enticing to a gamer, or sitting around and reading goddamn legislation from goddamn Brazil talking about Call of Duty? What would get a gamer to buy a game? The Brazilian legislation, or the goddamn I could play the game on September 16th when everybody else is grabbing ass, waiting for Pentiment and scoring balls? Tell me. What gets you? What gets a gamer excited? What are we doing? A Brazilian wax, maybe. That's right, Nick. Yeah, maybe. But you were reading Brazilian legislations covered in the Xbox podcast. Sony scared. This look like they scared. Yeah. Sony shaking in their fucking boots. Are they?
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Yeah, they're shaking. Sony's shaking, man. They're scared about Call of Duty. Go listen to the Brazilian legislation. Lawyers, they're talking smack. Sony shook. Sony's poor. Sony got nothing. I think it's absolutely insane that Microsoft's spending all this money and Sony's getting all the perks and releasing games and have a VR. Like, this shit writes itself. It's friggin' comical. It is comical how messed up Xbox has turned into. It is not even like a oops. This is like, oh, damn. This is not a oops. What is going to happen? You're going to playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and Cold War or some bullshit like that in Game Pass in January is going to save the brand? Oh my God, I could play World War II in Game Pass. I could play Call of Duty 2 in Game Pass. Is that going to really save Xbox? Is that going to put them back on the map? Oh, what? I could play. Oh, I could play Advanced Warfare in Game Pass. Will that? Is that what you've been waiting for all these years? All this drinking Phil Spencer's Phil Ness bullshit? All these years? That's what's gonna do it? Advanced Warfare in Game Pass, $70 billion 2 years later, 4 years after they bought some studios, 5-6 years after they shut down Lionhead, and we're done. The Advanced Warfare in Game Pass. What is that going to give you? 15 minutes of fame? A tweet for the day? Is that what it's going to give you? A tweet? Okay. Sony shook. Why are they shook, dude? And Call of Duty doesn't come out next year. When are they going to shake? Go read your Brazilian legislations. All I know is that this holds more weight than goddamn some horse shit them lawyers are saying. And this has got to be a kick in the face and a slap on the ass for all you guys talking about Activision deals. Because you got to say, what did Sony do? Have these companies sign in blood? These deals that Sony made were specifically targeted for us, the gamer. Yes, it makes you want to favor one console over another, but this is what they did. And Microsoft should do the same thing. But there you go. Slap in the face. Sony's scared. But we'll talk about Sony's Brazilian legislation and being scared. We'll talk about that, but, we'll just gloss over the fact that
for a shooter. But for us,
Halo is a goddamn mess. The Player's Choice Award winner. The game to make people that weren't Halo fans again. The game that had an incredible Paramount Plus version of Master Chief, face down, ass up, katana back in the back of his head. That Halo. That's right, who are you? Who are you? Holy
You're
shit.
my number one customer.
I completely forgot that. Thank you, Twisted Sync. So with the 10, he goes, Sony held EVO. Yes, they own EVO. And this weekend, and he says, if you are a fighting game fan, it was Christmas this weekend. Tekken 8, GOW 2, and ton of character reveals for the games. Yeah, I think they even showed the new characters for Guilty Gear, and they showed new character, I think, for Street Fighter. But you're right. Thank you so much, Twisted Sync. Yeah, Sony held EVO. Huh? That's a Sony purchase. Look, already flexing. Already using that to announce characters for games with their platform. They bought Insomniac. Insomniac's dropping games. Deviation Studios, goddamn Herman Holtz, 3 buttons undone, chest hair all out, gold chains, going over there taking pictures. Sony's moving to bring games to the platform. And then using the platforms that they purchased with EVO and flexing there. Still talking about Activision. We own you. Maybe Advanced Warfare will be in Game Pass in January. I hope. That will really get them. They'll really be nervous. Advanced Warfare in Game Pass. I'm going on Twitter that day, and they're going to get that smoke. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to be able to play Call of Duty 2 on Game Pass.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, like a Requiem. Woo! What to play first and what to play last. Pirates 2, Ground, True and Doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among Us, the Ascent, and more.
There you go. Herman Holtz, 3 buttons undone. Deviation Games. They got goddamn dual sensors all over the back door. Dude, that's a little much. They don't own them, but man, we're going to plaster your wall with goddamn our controller. Look at this. Herman Holtz shooting penalty shots on their ass. Holy shit. Herman Holtz flexed and he's better quality. I'm going to give you some quality penalty shots. Now come here and look at the quality games. But the games look so good that I'm going to do soccer on your ass. Sony friggin' flexing. And here, let's see how Halo flexes.
In terms of its geometry for a shooter. But for us, we weren't late.
Ted Price right now is going, you're fucked. Ted Price got a smile on his face from ear to goddamn ear going, fuck this shit. I got a meal ticket, Spider-Man, Sony Studios. This is like a goddamn interviewing, this is like bum interviews. It's like, Joseph Staten, you've been thrown to the goddamn wolves. 343. They didn't even want your ass on Halo. Then Halo was fucked up after Craig. And then when they brought your ass on here to fix it, delayed the game a year. Tell us about your game. Ted Price doesn't even say shit. He's just like, yeah, you fucked. That's what Ted Price is. He's like, you for shit. He goes, we got a job for you over here in Insomniac Games. Like, this is like a tale of two cities right here. Ted Price is flexing. I'm surprised he had to hide his awards. He had a wall of awards over here. He had to hide it. Joseph Staten's getting interviewed from the goddamn closets. Let's see what he had to say.
Layering on a whole bunch of
look at Ted Price. It's like
systems.
He's like, yo, I gotta be serious here. This dude's struggling. Yo, his content sucks. They called it a service game as an excuse. Ted Price says that he's digged. I'm not smiling anymore. Now he's gonna look like he feels for him. But Joseph Staten's struggling, man. He don't need this shit.
Talked a lot about crafting, for example, and I think my probably infamous line to the team was something along the lines of like, Master Chief doesn't need to kill animals to make like leather shirts for himself. He's a massive armored super soldier that if he wants something, he goes and like kills it and grabs its gun and then like keeps on going. He doesn't need to like gather around a campfire and like cook food in order to like replenish his health. He has a recharging energy shield that takes care of that for him.
So Let me put it to you. What's up, man? How you doing? You came back? Well, who's this? Is this? Yeah. Hey, it's up. It's Link. So, yeah, I'm just doing the Joseph State and Ted Price interview here. So, this is if you remember what. So he was saying about how Master Chief doesn't need to craft. He doesn't need to kill animals to make food. He just had to tell the team this stuff because they were talking about this. And he's like, "This is Master Chief. He has a super armor." And, he don't need to do these crafting things. He's already a superhero. He don't need to like live in the wilderness like Robinson Crusoe style and shit like that. Okay. That's very interesting. So let me ask you, Link just came in here. Let me ask you this question here. Then why do you make it a fucking open world game then? Maybe Halo shouldn't be an open world game if he doesn't do these kind of things. Like that's the thing. Like and on top of that, why would you make it such an empty open world? If you're gonna say he's gonna be a super soldier and doing this stuff, why don't you make huge set piece things like him holding pulling a goddamn who was that? Like John Cena holding a friggin' helicopter and holding holding a helicopter from taking off and shit. Like, where are the set pieces? If he is such a superhero and he doesn't need to do the struggle of living in the wild, then why isn't the world bigger than him that he has to do these superhero like moments and abilities? Why can't he just punch down walls? Why can't he just like kick in doors? Why can't he destroy stuff? Where is the destruction? Maybe use the cloud. Where is he is such a force to be reckoned with that he could fight across the galaxy. Then why isn't the open world reflective of his superpowers? You put him in a lame ass open world where the son of a bitch has to walk and get some bootleg character to fly his ass around, when he should be leaping over tall buildings like Superman style with his super soldier outfit. He's walking along with goddamn pipe cleaner trees, lame ass environment, no set pieces, little outposts of bullshit grunts and stuff where he can melee them and shoot them with his pistol. It don't seem like no fucking superhero to me. And fighting hairless rats. That's right, Nick.
So Halo's always been a relatively open game in terms of its geometry for a shooter.
So
systems.
So that's why I asked you, like why? Like if the case is that, because I remember I was one of my complaints with this open world going, there are games like Far Cry. There are games that are open world where you have to do things like develop a skill
there ain't
tree.
Nothing in that open world.
The's nothing in it. There's
like
no
years semi-open world.
Yes,
shit in either.
Exactly. And know what else too? You looking at the Halo game, they didn't even add like stealth AI. Like he could have been stealthy. They could have like had you like kind of go in Far Cry style into a base, maybe sneak in, maybe do assassinations, which guess what, guys? Assassinations are still not in the game. Remember, they said they'll find a way to bring it back because they didn't like it in multiplayer. Not there.
Wait, it ain't there. Just
no,
like they said they were going to ray trace. They said they were a year later. That shit.
Yeah, add it to the ray tracing list. There's no assassinations. There's the backslap. That's what it is. There's no assassinations because they said we're not putting them in. So there's no assassinations. There's no ray tracing in the game. There's no crafting. There's nothing in this open world. So when he had to come in there and tell them, like, guys, we got to pull all this shit out because Chief doesn't do this stuff. Like, where was the question going? Well, why are we making this an open world game then? If this is like, we need those set piece moments for him. It can't be a looter shooter either. Like, cause like he doesn't do pickups and shit like that. They could have wrote an element in, like he did get knocked the fuck out by Atriox and they thought he was dead. They could have built in things where maybe, dude, they had no problem showing his goddamn asshole on Paramount Plus. How about he loses his armor and he has to craft and he has to build his armor again or find pieces across the Halo ring. And while he's looking for his pieces of his armor that broken off after Atriox knocked his ass out, Maybe he has to do these things. I don't know. You made the game. You said it had to be open world. Why? If his character doesn't fit in an open world, then why would you make it an open lame-ass world? So let's continue to hear what he has to say.
Leather shirts for himself.
Real quick, Jez, I think you're being a little bit unfair because, you know, due to COVID.
Oh shit, yes. Due to COVID. You know what? Maybe if there wasn't COVID, maybe it wasn't COVID. What Chief? Like, he'll be like frying some eggs on the goddamn fire pit and roasting marshmallows with Phil Spencer. Downloadable DLC. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, you decided to make this open world. You made this. But anyway, let's hear about. Okay.
You know what wasn't affected by COVID? That goddamn store.
Yeah, right. No, the prices is not inflation, but yeah, the store, they made sure that shit was in beta real early. Oh, the store works. Buy the armor, guys. We can give you some money. Yeah, exactly. That shit worked.
The store's got 4K ray tracing, everything.
Yeah, where the real money for the game is made, the store.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
So here we go. Every time Halo's in the news, it's apologies. We took this shit out. We're sorry. We hear you. Let's hear some more.
He's a massive armored super soldier that if he wants something, he goes and like kills it and grabs its gun and then like keeps on going. He doesn't need to like gather around a campfire and like cook food in order to like replenish his health. He has a recharging energy shield that takes care of that for him. Now, I say this with a lot of love for open world experiences and games with crafting in them. This is not me complaining about that at all. I was just trying to explain to the team in a somewhat humorous way, I hope. Like, remember, we're Halo. Like, we're a Halo open world game. And that means that it's really all about that moment to moment, most powerful actor in this rich physical simulation, being a scavenger on the battlefield, encounter setups, the fun of creating tactics, going in, changing your plans on the fly, like all those things that are a Halo game, plus equipment now and increased mobility with the grapple hook. Let's embrace those systems, those emergent first-person shooter gameplay systems. Mm-hmm. The other systems that sometimes come with open world games, that's just not for us. So let's not lose focus and spend too much time in that area.
So, focus on the grappling hook. Listen, you're going to put a grappling hook in the game. They don't have any towers, no climbing segments, nothing. No kind of structures like the spire that they had in the multiplayer game where you could use the grappling hook. Know what else? How about adding modifications to the grappling hook? Why don't you take elements of Just Cause and make it where you could tether it to things and tie a grunt to a goddamn warthog and fly it off a building? Like, take some elements of
one of the 3 C's.
Yeah, what's up, frogs?
What's up? That's what they need to do. Take one of those 3 C's and use it as an element.
Let the 3 C's tell you how to make the game.
What's up? What's up? Sorry I'm late, man.
No problem, man.
Man, I've been listening to you guys, and I'm gonna tell you what, man. That game is, oh man, dude, that game is deader than that game is dead. And everything you said, you as the consumer, as the gamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing exactly what they said. What they do with most of their games? Hey, make it your own. We shouldn't have to. This is a huge franchise that's existed for so many years that they even admitted, and a lot of people will admit, if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for Halo, Xbox wouldn't be where it is now. So for you to do a franchise like you did it with this last game and to kind of throw it into the free-to-play market and fuck it up so bad, they kind of deserve what they're getting. Don't worry, it'll be on PlayStation soon. I already called it. I already said it. People think it's
you think it's on PlayStation?
It'll be on PlayStation soon. Don't worry. They're gonna have to find a new market. They're gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. Especially with people getting backbones on their phones and all that shit. Oh fuck. They just go ahead and just put it on PlayStation. Might as well. At this point, put it on PlayStation and Switch.
Josh says I should go back to 2008 and when I said like Halo will be dead in 10 months after release. Dude, I don't even think it lasted 10 months, dude.
It didn't last 10 months. Dude, it didn't. Let me tell you something. Every time we call something You get the fanboys out there, and they want a fanboy instead of looking at the dude. Me and you sat there so many times and called so much shit. We call shit for Nintendo. We call shit for PlayStation. It just happens to be when we call shit for Xbox because they're fucking the laughing stock of the industry. People want to shit on you and say, "Oh, you're being a fan." No,
that's the truth, dude.
At one point, they were a fucking, in the 360 era, they were dude, man. You can go back to that 360 era and look and say, damn, it was neck and neck all day. And it's never going to be like that again because they fucked themselves into a corner.
Yeah, they did. Dude, look at this article from Eurogamer. Halo Infinite's open world was significantly scaled back. So in addition to him saying, like, we're not going to do these elements, he said it was scaled back. Scope and biome variety reduced. He basically said that, speaking to this academy again of this thing, they do all these stupid ass interviews instead of making goddamn shit for the game.
Myself a drink just because of that shit. I'm just gonna make
a drink. It says Infinite was first open Halo game on this. Okay, wait a second. He goes here. The team went through a lot of iterations on the scope and biome variety before I joined the team. Even after I joined the team, we had to make choices that were to scale back. The main reason this was done was for graphic fidelity.
Oh my God.
We didn't have, dude, wait, hear this quote. We didn't have the time to go after the level of fidelity across as much variety as we wanted to. We made huge strides. Yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
We made huge strides from the E3 demo to when we shipped the game, but we still had to scale back and make targeted cuts.
Oh my God, dude. They're making excuses. Look, it's their fault. You shouldn't have made a Series S in the first place.
No, they said they didn't have a time. After they did a year delay, still not enough time.
Know what, let me. This is what I'll say. I think they're going to do significantly a lot better as far as selling systems for a new console because of S. Now, hear me out. But on the flip side of that, if they had only launched that freaking that Xbox for $499 and PlayStation had a $499 and a $399 price, even though PlayStation had a $499, that's their regular price. The fact that PlayStation already put in their mind they had a $399 one up there, that made them look bad. So that Series S is what is kind of like a lot of people. I don't know why they made that system. To this day, I just look at that system like, why? That was such a mistake. I've never seen such a big ass mistake. It's like having this freaking the Sega Genesis and then putting a 32X. And it's like, well, you didn't need it. And then a Sega CD is like, you don't need all these fucking add-ons. Like the S is just an add-on. You don't need that shit. They didn't need that shit. They needed to make a console that was powerful enough, and they got to get their look. I don't know what's going on with them, but I think Starfield and a lot of other
I got the next topic, Starfield. We'll talk about Starfield next topic. Dude,
that fucking game.
The people in the chat are going crazy, going like, fidelity. Goddamn, like, you're talking about the game to even look that good. What the fuck are you talking about fidelity? And then on top of that, after that E3 demo, you mean that you needed I can't believe that I was joking about this shit. They really needed a year to put fucking facial hair on Craig. Like, they needed that kind of fidelity. Like, at first, Craig was smooth as a baby's ass, and it's like, guys, we got to put hair on him. It's going to be a year. They didn't have enough time. Dude, this game was releasing that year of the demo. It wasn't until they were called out on this game looked like shit, and Craig became a meme that they added a year. They doubled down on that game, saying this is the quality, this is the visual style that you wanted. The old Halo players, this is the visual style that you wanted. This is what you wanted. We went back until the original Halo.
#1 customer.
That's what they told you. They blamed it on the legacy Halo fans. That's what they did. They said this is what you wanted. You wanted the OG style. Meanwhile, they cut a whole bunch of shit because of fidelity. Here he goes. Here continued. These are quotes. We wanted to free ourselves from a lot of expectations of open world games, which is why we struggled for a long time in terms of how to talk about it in terms of our marketing promotion, because we didn't want people to get the wrong impression. we all like open world games as much as our open world game, as our game is a lot more open than it used to be. Halo's relatively, this is the quote that he was saying. But for us, we weren't layering on a whole bunch of open world systems. So basically, he didn't want the expectations to come with an open world, like a hunter-gatherer or crafting, because he wouldn't use that. Like, the thing is that then your game design is messed up. If you're making, why would you make an open world game for Master Chief if he doesn't do the expectations that come with an open world? Like, that's a management issue. That's a visionary issue. Like, see, this is the evidence to show that Phil, that stinky ass, dirty ass, coffee wielding booty, and goddamn 343 Bonnie Ross, scale back son of a bitch, they do not know how to make a game. They had no vision. This is a visionary problem. This is not a technical issue. It turned into a technical issue, but it's because the upper management didn't know what the fuck they wanted. And Phil, in his stupid ass interviews with the Venezuelan government bullshit, didn't do anything. Phil, he loves everybody. He loves Phil. He's a fucking meme. Dude, he is a deterrent. You look at him, meanwhile, Phil, you're staring and cheering on Phil. Meanwhile, they're stealing all your shit out of your fucking wallets. The pickpockets. That's what he is. He's a freaking sales piece. He's he's something to look at while they're fucking you in the fucking your hotel room. They're stealing all your shit. That's what they're doing. This is a problem with management. And this is evident. We're seeing more of this shit. He's still fucking saying, I'm sorry. Shit that they said was coming is not there. Delays, they're still beta testing fucking co-op. When's that official release date? It's in fucking flights, whatever. Forge is leaking out the asshole.
Did they get the ray tracing in the game?
No.
I don't think so.
And they don't have assassinations either.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit they said they weren't coming.
I went to go back and play the game 2 weeks ago. I got a match made on the same goddamn map that happened in launch. They have added 2 friggin' maps.
Trash.
2 maps. No new vehicles, no new weapons, classic weapons. We'll bring them back. The sandbox.
We had a conversation about this when I said that Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, they're not going to wait for them.
Nobody's waiting for them.
That should be dead.
Player's Choice Award.
Yeah, that shit'll be dead.
All this shit taken out. Oh, and people are like, well, Forge is going to be the reason why stupid Xbox Halo even has a name anymore, because the people are going to build their own shit because 343 is incompetent. But that's a visionary problem. That is a problem where they're like, we're making it has to be open world. And then on top of that, you got the service piece to it. And it's like, it has to be open world. And it's like, well, wait, there's expectation of open world. Well, maybe we shouldn't make it open world. Maybe we should make it like open area type, like, still a linear set piece moment thing, but not make it open world. Nah, let's still make it open world because we gotta, like, it's a service game. It's in Game Pass. We can't just give people a 12-hour linear game. We gotta make it this open world platform to add shit later because it's in Game Pass, right? Is that the reason? Oh shit, there it is.
Yeah.
There's your answer.
And they're all on Game Pass. Like a requiem. What to play first and what to play last. To ground true and doom.
I want to know how much did Game Pass make Halo campaign the bullshit that it is. Like, they wanted to separate out the multiplayer and the campaign. Well, why was the campaign structured in such a way? Like, it makes no sense. The campaign is seasons, but then they're the same seasons of the independent multiplayer game that's free to play, but the single player is $60 product. All those $70 whining bitches out there, a $60 product. That has seasons to it. Their seasons are tied in to the independent free to play multiplayer that you can't even bring your goddamn skins over to the co-op. Like, they're 2 independent products. Why do they share the same seasons? Why is the single player that's $60 that you finish in 8 hours to get bootleg Joel's name, Fernando? Why is that $60 and why does that have seasons?
This is the same. I think they don't care because they know, and we talked about this last week. They know they got Call of Duty. I mean, look what Call of Duty has: Terminator, fucking the T800, T1000. They don't have to worry about this shit anymore because they're like, well, we got the biggest, first-person shooter out there. They don't care about Halo like they did, and it's sad because Halo had a name that you feared. Like you did not want to launch out next to a thing like Halo.
No.
Now it's just a joke. It's a fucking joke now. It's like Halo, what? Shit. We can put our game right next to Halo. That's not gonna fucking do anything.
They basically
And it's
stealth
kinda
released it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of sad because it never used to be like that. It was a feared game.
Mhm.
They don't have any games that you look at and you fear to launch next to and say, oh shit, like, do we really want our game coming out next to it? No, they don't.
Yeah, guess
Not
what?
anymore.
Not even Starfield. Which brings us to Starfield is a no-show at QuakeCon. So 2022 QuakeCon scheduled released and Starfield is nowhere to be found on it.
Bro.
Shit went back into hiding. So explain to me, guys, like
Jazz, wait a minute, Jazz. Did
Yo.
you see how that game was running? You think they want to show it off again?
Oh, there's answer number one.
It was running like a switch. It was running like a Switch game. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
running pretty
sub
rough.
30 FPS. That's not nobody.
So
I mean,
you're saying it went back into hiding again?
it's in the oven right now. They gotta fix that.
Kind of baking it.
Wow. So this is the problem with this whole thing. It's like you have the show, right? In June, you had your show. It showed gameplay, a quote unquote, whatever the hell gameplay that was, and basically, you're gonna make this shit go back into hiding. There is no release date, and you have QuakeCon, you have these other events coming up, like I guess Gamescom. Like, is Starfield not going to be at these shows and it's going to go back into hiding like how Hellblade did and all their other games like that went into hiding because it didn't have such a great show, like Link was saying. Like, it actually, the hype, nobody, like we said last week, nobody's talking about Starfield. And nobody's even hyped for it. They're like, oh, it comes out next year.
The hype didn't grow with that offering that they put forth. It definitely diminished the excitement behind the game. I mean, with the comparisons to No Man's Sky, which is actually a good game now, but
yeah,
I don't know. And when people were picturing Starfield, I don't think they were picturing mining materials like No Man's Sky, but a game that's No Man's Sky running at 60 frames per second. This shit was running at
with multiplayer.
Damn 25 frames. Maybe it was for the cinematic, because movies run at 24 frames. So maybe they were going for like a cinematic approach with the frame rate. Maybe that's what it was.
I know. Like, and the thing is like, you can't fly from planet to planet with the animation. Yeah, like there was just so many like weird things that it should be better than what's out there. No Man's Sky. Like it should do things whatever No Man's Sky does, and then do it better than that. Because No Man's Sky was an indie game that just that had stuff like this is like a big budget Microsoft $1 trillion company. Todd Howard's dream baby. Like this should be the biggest ambition project. He's like, yeah, there's like 30 worlds and procedurally generated and look at this awesome combat with the gun that really, we're using like RPG elements back again, like old school Fallout because they're not really shooting. So like the thing is that the game didn't have a good showing, like Olinko said, and it didn't really do much for the hype of the game. And it shows how detrimental. You can go back and look at people's reaction videos. Like it was just like people were like not very excited about it. And the fact shows like a month or two later, nobody's hyping up Starfield. Like I used to see Tim Dog used to put the word Starfield in a tweet before we even saw the game, and people would just like it for thousands of likes, just because people just like the idea of having a game that maybe somebody not on Xbox would want to play. And after they showed the game, that hype dried up. Everybody just is like, Starfield's a joke. They showed the meme of the character. Like, it became another Halo situation. And it's just, and then again, now look at it. We're back here, QuakeCon, opportunity, Bethesda, talk about some Starfield. If the game is so big, right? If the game is so big, How can you not talk about it every time?
I was going to say, I think the thing also people are considering, there's so many between, I would say, the end of this month until next year, March. There's so many big games, like really good projects coming out.
Yeah.
That it could possibly overshadow Starfield in the sense of, like, there's a lot of, there's some remakes coming. You know, we're getting Resident Evil 4 and the Dead Space. There's some games I would say that are on a bigger scale, like that. People are going to be more worried about than Starfield by the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm way more excited about a game like Callisto Protocol than Starfield. Or you know what I mean? Or shit, even Valkyrie Elysium for the PlayStation. I like JRPG, so you know what I'm saying? Like Square is on it right now. So
man, they've been making game after game this year. Publishing and development has been Square has been on it.
So I mean, even like, you know, Last of Us Part 1 remake. I mean, shit, I'm way more excited for that. Me personally, way more excited for that than fuck. I ain't interested. I'm not buying Starfield, so I don't buy those Bethesda studio games. I think they're all janky and shitty, and they just don't do anything for me. I mean, I see the people. There are a lot of people who love those games. I think those games are shit, but you know, people love them. So
yeah,
I played Fallout 3. I didn't finish it because I got the game. I don't know. My save got corrupted or something fucking happened to my save. I remembered I was playing on 360 and my shit got fucked up and I just quit the fucking game. And I was probably 40 hours into it. And then, what's that Skyrim shit? Man, I did put a lot of hours into Skyrim, but I didn't never beat it. Like, I just don't like the gameplay in their games. I just feel like it's clunky. It's not fluid. The way they do the conversation between them and the NPCs, they zoom in on these dead ass faces that they have. Like,
I still got it. Yeah, remember, it's a next gen only game. Remember, it's not on the one.
I was gonna say that it was the same. And I do like a lot of their games. I'm not gonna say I don't like the Fallouts and the Elder Scrolls, but like when I played, what's that game that Xbox they're getting a sequel to? That game that's kind of like a Fallout type of game.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds, like that game to me was similar to Fallout, and like it didn't really advance anything. It was just a sci-fi kind of Fallout in outer space. It didn't really advance anywhere. That's why I don't know. Like, I played it and I tried to get into it, and I was like, damn, this reminds me of a sci-fi Fallout. Like I wanted to.
Yeah, I want to read this. So Game Night 123 he goes, but Jez, the 3 C's was saying, 3 C's in the chat, everybody, was saying Starfield is beautiful and their most anticipated game for 2023. It was their anticipated game for 2022 too. Like that.
I mean, what do they know about? What do they know about for that year?
They said it was beautiful. Listen, what they showed was not a beautiful game, dude. Come on. That's like the same people that tell me that Halo Infinite was like what Craig revealed. It's like, oh no, that looked great. There was no problem with it. Thanks,
that gray ass color palette. I don't know about that, man. That shit didn't look. It didn't look special. It didn't look like anything I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, and know what else too? Like one of the cool things with Fallout was like the VAT system where you had dismemberment and like, you know, that aiming and stuff like that. Like they have no cool combat mechanisms demonstrated at all in the Starfield. Like it was the lamest goddamn. I couldn't believe it because I said like they showed a whole Bethesda showcase for Fallout. And Starfield was like a 2-minute highlight reel, and they didn't even talk about it. Or they talked about it, but they didn't show any more or any breakdown or any gameplay. Thank you for the 3 C's in the chat. The any gameplay or anything at the next showcase, which was 2 days later. And then they are now not at QuakeCon. Are they going to be at Gamescom? And then the question is, this game went from a release date of 11/11. Oh, hello? This game went from a release date of 11/11, and now it's some ambiguous time in 2023. When do you think it's coming out?
That shit wasn't ready.
It's not ready. When do you think it's coming out next year?
I think it'll be out next summer. I think it'll be
You
out
think
next
summer? So you don't think it's gonna hit March? Because the 3 C's.
Nah, that shit might get delayed again. It might get delayed to next November. I think next holiday. I think
April, May, June is their kind of like they're pushing for that, but we got to see April, May, and June.
So you're not saying March at all because people like March 23rd. No. That's the day of the first flight, and it was on one of the was it? It was the day of the first of the first plane flight or some shit like that, March 23rd, and it was on one of the goddamn spaceships.
Second or third quarter, I think it comes out.
Yeah, I think Redfall is going to be their March game. I think it's going to be Forza and Redfall because Redfall is going to be a QuakeCon, which
I forgot all about Forza not coming. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Forza and Redfall, and I think this game's getting pushed. I don't think this game is coming out in the first quarter because you know what? I don't think they got anything for next holiday either. Like, I don't think it's like, oh my God, they're going to have to do something.
You're my number one customer.
You think Contraband, which we never even saw 2 years later, no gameplay. It was announced last year. A Contraband, no. Hellblade, I think Hellblade's the only game that could possibly come out. Fable's not coming out. Perfect Dark is not coming out.
Maybe they bank on just
what comes out next holiday? Gears? No.
Doesn't Call of Duty give up their exclusivity for PlayStation?
Nope.
I think
Call of Duty doesn't have a game next year. It's Warzone 2.
Right. That's right. I forgot.
So what comes out from Xbox next year? The only game I could think that they might even have lined up next holiday is probably Hellblade if they decide to release Hellblade 2. And is Hellblade 2 enough for a holiday game? If it's going to be like an 8-hour, same $30 game, like it's going to be like Scorn.
Hellblade 2 is something you release.
Wait a minute. Wait, y'all don't think Hellblade is going to be on the level of a game like God of War?
No,
Ragnarok?
No.
Whoa, wait a minute, Jed. No. They got the budget now. There ain't no excuse.
No, I Hellblade is going to be exactly what they want it to be. It might have bigger set piece moments, but that game is going to
have better combat because that shit.
The guy said, "Dude,
I think they basically what the first one was with a little bit more
combat, maybe."
That game is. I think they've always, when they went and they developed that game, it's always been a small project.
Yeah, and he said it. Dude, he said it. That dude with the friggin' earrings and the hair and the hair. He said, he's like, oh, we're keeping Hellblade, and we want to still be that small indie experimental studio and shit like that. He said it. And also Matt Booty, right out of his asshole, said it going, I would consider Hellblade a success if it was the same as Hellblade 1. He wasn't talking about Hellblade 2 being like on the same level as Gears or Halo. He says Hellblade, like he had in that interview, Hellblade that he did in Game Informer 2019. We bought these studios.
You think some people are hyping this game way up?
Oh yeah,
what it's going to be?
Hellblade is going to be on. I'm telling you, Hellblade is going to be on the level of a $40, $30. It's not going to be a $70, $60 like epic adventure. Like it's going to be cool. I'm excited for Hellblade, but I'm not. What Hellblade needed to be was
when it came out. PlayStation people supported it. And
I liked Hellblade a lot for what it was, a $30 game that looked like a $60 game. I like the sound.
Yeah, Xbox.
I liked it. I bought it on PlayStation. I bought it with that. It came out the same day as a friggin' the game that Frog complains about, Cliffy B's game.
Oh,
it was like a month or two apart.
They it was a PlayStation exclusive, called it a walking simulator and all this other shit.
Dude, well, that's what it is going to be. I think they might add some more combat to it, but the game was never about combat. It's about the story and about the immersion to the game. Like they're all about immersion. So it's not gonna be this combat heavy game. I think it's gonna still have a lot of storytelling, better puzzles, because the first game's puzzles were just looking puzzles. So I think it's gonna have better puzzles, maybe some more combat. I think it's gonna have bigger set pieces like what we saw. So there might be bigger elements than what it is. But I don't think this game is gonna be 30-hour game. Like I think it's gonna be a typical 8 to 10-hour linear game fit for Game Pass, because that's what Booty said it was going to be. He said that, Hellblade 2 will be successful if it was just like Hellblade 1. He wasn't, and he said that those games, the reason why we're buying these studios is to be games in between our AAA games, which is hilarious because their AAA games are nowhere in sight, which is the next topic.
Yep.
But let me get to Magna Visuals of 5. He goes, Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan, I added that, said that the Series S will phase out because he knows that the games in development for the PS5 are beyond anything the world has ever seen. Just like the Beef Wellington. Thank you, Magna Visuals, for the super chat. But Frogs, I think, is saying that as well. Like, and Link, like the same thing. Like the Series S, we already see the limitations. They could boost it all they want. But thank you for the super chat. But yeah, the Series S is definitely going to be the Achilles heel and going to be left off. And what you're going to start seeing is you're going to see games have the features put in on the X and the PS5. And the Series S booster is not going to have maybe some of the things, or they're going to come later, like the 60 frames per second or whatever like that. Or they're going to run at sub 1080p or just like horrible resolutions just to try to hang in there. And don't worry, Magna Visuals. We got a solution for you and Jim Ryan. There will be another Xbox. Don't worry, it's coming. And they're going to probably start talking about it real soon. They'll probably talk about it real soon. I wouldn't be surprised they're talking about the Series Booster. They're going to be dropping another console because they need that subscription money. You know, what do you think?
Whatever your name is, get ready for the Let me tell you something, Jez. Let me tell you something, Jez. The company I work for, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have recently started selling the Xboxes. Okay.
Uh-huh. I saw that commercial. I know you work for now.
We do that all access shit, right?
Yep. They knock down the doors to coming in?
No. I've had a few people ask about it, but you cannot buy the Xbox from us if you don't do the all access program with Game Pass and everything. You can't just buy the console. They will not allow you to buy it.
What? So you got to get the subscription plan.
You have to get the 2-year subscription, and you have to finance it. You can't even if you want to pay for it, you can't pay for it.
Wow.
You have to finance it.
And do you finance it with like their own corporate credit card? Do you have to fill out a credit card?
No, it's through the company. It's a credit company called Affirm or whatever.
Shit, Affirm, yeah. So
I've heard of that. Yeah,
dude. So you cannot just go in there and just say, "I want to buy an Xbox." Buy it. No. So hey, I want a $300 Xbox and stuff like that. You got to.
Customers say, "I just want to buy the Series S or I want to buy a Series X," because we have them in stock. We can't sell it to them if they don't do the payment. They don't do the all access with the Game Pass and the payment plan.
Oh my God. What a fucking scam. And you want to know why? Because people just want the console. They don't want that Game Pass bullshit.
Right. Some people are like, I don't want to pay, but if I end up, they say, oh, that's like $800 something over 2 years. I don't want to spend that. I just want to buy it. No, you can't do it.
Wow. That's some GameStop bullshit. And what's crazy is because they give you the fluff. They give you because when you buy that console, they're signing you up for 2 years of fucking Game Pass. That's the real money. That's what they want you to get.
They want us to tell people like that are asking about it, like
that's what you're paying for.
For the next 2 years, you'll never have to buy a game.
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh.
That's a Phil Spencer sales pitch. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Oh damn! How the hell did gaming turn into this scam bullshit?
Even turn into the glory holes. There's a glory hole.
When it should just be about this. Look, guys. Look. Spider-Man, God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us. Like, just great games. When did Xbox turn into this sleazy sales car used son of a bitch with his tie undone, smells like goddamn Funyuns bullshit?
Even as mad as I get sometimes about Nintendo doing certain things with their franchises, I fucking can't hate them because they keep coming out. Look at Mario Kart's getting more fucking maps.
Right?
You can, but now we don't ever have it in stock the PlayStation, but you can buy it. You don't have to do no kind of payment plan or whatever.
No. So wait a second. So if you do get the PlayStation, you could just buy it outright without bundled socks and all and services and shit.
Right. But we don't ever have it in stock, but you can just buy it,
Wow. But the Xbox you have to buy through that all access shit.
That's the only way you can purchase it. They will not allow you to buy it any other way.
See, that's some GameStop bullshit because the thing is that you may just want the console. You don't want 2 years of Game Pass. You don't need another $360 of charges. You're basically buying you walk in there to buy a $300 console, and it's like, well, we're going to give you $360 worth of services. And it's like, I don't want to finance 2 years of services. I just want
At
the
this
console and
might as
buy
well
my
just-
game.
Might as well just buy a Switch and a motherfucking PS5 if you can find one.
But Frog, guys, do you understand the scam of this whole thing? Because I said this back when, if you just want the console, just go get a Best Buy credit card and buy the console. Don't do this all access shit, because it's basically not getting you the console. It's getting you you're paying almost double the price. You could buy two S's for the price of buying that all access shit, because you're buying a $300 console and then 1 year of $180, 2 years of $180 in addition to the console price, and financing it for a low price of Phil Spencer $21 and a fucking glory hole for 2 years. That's the scam. Like that's ridiculous. Like who wants over $360 worth of services?
Dude, man. I tell you, man,
and you can't sell it without that. Like, what about your options, guys? Options. What happened?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's kind of predatory, in a way, because a lot of people don't know. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're telling them, oh, you never have to buy a game for the next 2 years. Yeah, but you're subjected to this fucking trash, like Lawnmower Simulator and all this other garbage.
Peppa Pigs, Paw Patrols, goddamn, like a bunch of like who wants that shit? Like you don't have to buy games, but the game, that's the problem. Like, see, that's the whole 3 C's concept. Oh, you don't have to buy any games, but the games that you would want to play are not in the service. So not only are you paying $360 for a service that'll give you some backup music, but then you got to buy the games that you want. So who's the fool right there? Like, you're basically paying for a service and have to buy the games that you want to play.
You're my #1 customer.
Oh, you mean I don't have to buy Call of Duty? I don't have to buy Madden? It's all in there? It's all in Game Pass?
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
Oh, shit.
Games are coming.
It's all there. Link's playing the song. This will get you some sales.
And they're all on Game Pass. Like a requiem. What to play first and what to play last. To ground true and doom. 'Cause they're all on Game
Yeah, like, you should play the song in the store. Maybe you'll get some more. You're going to get the console, and it's all on Game Pass. And you can cue the music, start dancing, get a little tune going in there. Twisted Sync with the $5. He goes, you want to know how this happened? The main people at Microsoft took over. They should have left the Xbox division alone.
One of the things I really love about being here is the families that are here.
Twisted Sync with the facts. And that actually goes to Frog's quote, where there's too much of Microsoft and Xbox. And that's exactly what happened. They took it, and it shows, actually, Twisted Sync, it shows the disconnect. It shows that when they were just with Xbox, they had a connection to the gamers. Those deals that I was mentioning that Sony was making, those are deals made by a company that knows what the gamer wants. They want these games to play. And actually, what's crazy is that Phil said about it. It was when Satya and all the other bullshit got involved, and they started shutting down studios, and basically Xbox was desperate, and they basically just sold their soul to the Microsoft devil and said, okay, fine. We'll go along with the cloud and all this other stuff. And they basically sold the soul of Xbox and turned it into this disgusting, sleazy bullshit. $70 games, but guess what? We got a bunch of consoles back here. You can't buy them unless we subscribe you to 2 years of Game Pass, and you pay us $21 a month for the next 2 years. Dude, I just want a console. Nope. You got to buy our services, but I don't want the services. I just want the console. Nope. Like, what is that? What is that? And guess what? You're paying 2 years. Link, you're paying 2 years for something you don't even know what's coming there.
You don't even know.
Yeah. And look what happens. These delays, the way these games are being delayed, they're being delayed a year and a half. Like they've been years out. They might even your first party games might even friggin' delay themselves out of your 2 years, and then look who you're sucking.
Microsoft. Think about it. They did that whole where you can pay 99 cents and extend all your gold for up to 3 years or whatever for a Game Pass Ultimate. They didn't drop shit worth of anything that whole time.
And dude,
they knew what they were doing.
Yep, and that takes it right into the next topic with this AAA stuff. So, let's just wrap this whole thing up with Steve Jobs. Let's hear what he has to say.
Absolutely no taste, and what that means is most of it, and I give them a lot of credit for that. The only problem with Microsoft is they just have no taste. They have absolutely
this goes
no
to
taste.
The super chat.
And what that means is, I don't mean that in a small way, I mean that in a big way. In the sense that
he said it, man. This is so true.
They don't think of original ideas, and they don't bring much culture into their product. And you say, well, why is that important? Well, proportionally spaced fonts come from typesetting and beautiful books. That's where one gets the idea. If it weren't for the Mac, they would never have that in their products. And so I guess I am saddened, not by Microsoft's success. I have no problem with their success. They've earned their success, for the most part. I have a problem with the fact that they just make really third-rate products. Their products have no spirit to them. Their products have no sort of spirit of enlightenment about them.
You're my number one customer.
And the sad part is that most customers don't have a lot of that spirit either. But the way that we're going to ratchet up our species is to take the best and to spread it around to everybody so that everybody grows up with better things and starts to understand the subtlety of these better things. And Microsoft's just, it's McDonald's. So,
dude, that is the essence of everything. And what I found the most compelling part of his statement here is this.
So
this
that everybody
right
grows
here.
up with better things. And
people inherently don't know what they want. People inherently don't know, like, what is better than what I got until they are given better than what they've got. So he says inherently you could just go cruising along going, yeah, I got the best, until somebody goes, no, you don't. I'm going to show you something better. And then what he says is to make our species just how to advance technology and move the quote unquote industry forward. You grow up with better so you know what better looks like. That is the point of this whole thing here. Microsoft with Game Pass is racing to the bottom, giving you less, giving you subpar stuff. The quality is not there. Sony is giving you Horizon, which is better than Horizon. So the people that play Horizon 2 know what better looks like and now expect better than that. People that grew up with God of War, the people that grew up with Spider-Man. No, not my Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1 bootleg Activision goddamn Spider-Man. Oh no, I grew up with Insomniac Spider-Man. So I know what a good Spider-Man game is. You see how that applies to gaming. You will get, and what's crazy is that Sony is the one giving us the better. And people like, nah, man, that shouldn't be that price. Oh, that's too much. Oh, no way. Yo, why is that not in Game Pass? Why is that not diluted or it could be hacked and put it on PC day one so they could steal it over there? They're giving you better. And you fucking idiots don't know what better is because all you're doing is sucking Phil Spencer's the friggin' the glory holes. That's the problem. You're so obsessed with this bottom down bullshit that they're offering you. And when somebody's offering you better, than what they offered before, that's not good. Nintendo, better. And he says it. In order to advance,
for that. Our species is to take the best and to spread it around to everybody so that everybody grows up with better things and starts to understand the subtlety of these better things.
Yeah. Let them grow up with better. You want to grow up with Halo Infinite as your Halo experience? Or did you want to grow up with Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach? What Halo did you want to grow up with? Because I can tell you right now, my son has grown up with piece of shit Halo Infinite, and he says Halo sucks. I didn't grow up with Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite should be better than the other Halos, so you know what a better Halo is. How did it devolve? That's the problem here. Was Crackdown 3 better than Crackdown 1? No. You grew up with Crackdown. You're like, Crackdown sucks. You mean it's going to get better? No. You're growing up with the worst part of Xbox. It was better then than it is now. But you got 3Cs out there telling you it's better now. It's better now.
I ain't never played no Crackdown game. Them games always look trash to me. I ain't never.
Link, imagine if you grew up with Halo Infinite. Like you were a 10-year-old, you're playing Halo Infinite now. This is Halo. This is what my dad talks about. Like, these games devolved. And that's the problem. Like, they don't know. They're not giving better. They are doing mediocre, middle of the road, below. Whatever saves them $1. They're a $1 trillion company, but probably because they're giving you cheap-ass products. That's why they're millions of dollars.
I honestly, since they went to this day and date, all this Game Pass day and date bullshit, their output of games has slowed significantly.
Totally.
The amount of deals they're making for big games has slowed significantly. Even though they have way more studios than they've ever had, something's not right over there. I don't know what it is, but it's just too much of a coincidence for them to make this promise and sell this dream of this all-you-can-eat service, and you're going to have all these AAA first-party titles and third-party games and indie games, all this shit. It's going to be a smorgasbord of gaming.
Of greatness.
For one set price and greatness. But they have not delivered, especially from their first party. And, okay, I get it. I don't know what's going on with first party, but their output is not there right now. But usually they would make some deals and get some big third-party games in there, and they're not doing that either.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about this service. I think it's absolute garbage if you allow the service to get...
I think they gave up this year, dude.
If you allow the service to get to as your only way of getting video games, you're fucked. But
the other thing I don't mean to cut you off because I want to piggyback.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What I want to piggyback, if you just look at just their games with gold and look at the games they're putting in there, they're not even like trying to grow that service. I think that eventually goes away. The Xbox Live goes away, and Game Pass is the only way you get a subscription base. And everybody, no matter if you have an Xbox, I think has to subscribe to Game Pass. I think they're going to get rid of gold, and that's the only way you can get online and blah, blah, blah. And you have to subscribe to Game Pass. That's the only way. And I think that the games, even if the games aren't in there, as long as you have Game Pass, you can play online. I think that they make that a model to going forward. I think they find a way to do that because it's like you said, since this service has come out, the output of games has been bad.
Yeah.
It's been trash.
And
the games that come in there, the quality is not that great.
And they're delaying shit like over years and stuff, dude.
I understand why you have your PlayStations and your Nintendo saying we can't do what you guys do. Number one, Microsoft is, the $1 trillion company they are. They can do this all day and lose money. Nintendo just does games, and Sony has, they have other things they do too. They can't do what Microsoft does with the Xbox. because it could backfire and they could just crash and burn. So
yeah,
the fact that Microsoft can just bleed money off into Xbox like this, it's amazing, and we know that if they were a company like a Sega or something like, they would be done. But because they got this big $1 trillion Microsoft backing them, that's why they can do this. And it's not good for the industry. And the reason I say, and I'm gonna say, it's not good for the industry because you don't. And I think we said this so many times. You don't want the industry to go to this whole service Game Pass type of model because that doesn't do anything for anybody.
Not everything. No, we need. There could be parts of like some of the things that are fit for that thing.
You need your big games. You don't need them. They don't need to necessarily be in a service like this because I think that if the companies lose out, and if the companies lose out and they start their revenue, and people say, "Why care about the company's money?" Well, they need to make money to make the next big project. If the game doesn't sell and it doesn't get reviewed well and so forth, the next big project. So if God of War comes out at $70 and people say we're not buying it because it's $70 and it doesn't review well, yada yada, there's no more God of War. It's dead.
Yep, exactly. And actually, what you're saying with the money, it's like, dude, their first party output's been horrible. Like what Link was saying,
it's been horrible.
Dude, like what Link is saying, they used to buy like third party games, and I was saying just like what you were saying about Games of Gold. And if you look at what's going on with even Game Pass, like the offerings of Game Pass, even for the month of June, when they were going to do their showcase and all this other stuff, it was so lackluster. The only game was Turtles, was like the biggest surprise, I guess, of the year. Otherwise, and that's not even a AAA game. And then...
Yeah, that was a good get, though.
It was a good get, but they didn't even do proper marketing to even kind of like celebrate that shit. Like, it was horrible. This is the thing right here. Now, this Xbox Era podcast said... Just hear what they had to say. I think it's so funny, like the words that they're trying to choose to not make this seem like bad news, but it's bad news. Hear this. Where is it?
Yeah, people may not like this. This rumor. I don't know how to frame this one. This rumor's.
I don't know how to frame it. I'll give you a hint. They got shit. They got nothing. Like.
I got to be careful how I word this. I got to be careful what I say.
I don't know how you spin this. He's trying to spin it, I guess.
Because people will potentially take things out of context and... Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I'll do my best. So, we were talking earlier about how Microsoft has no games this year, to put it bluntly. They don't have any first-party exclusives. I was about to say AAA, but they don't have pretty much anything outside of what Grounded releasing and Pentiment.
We've got
Grounded and Pentiment.
Somerville's due this year.
Somerville?
That's not first party.
No, but it's Game Pass and it's exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and Steam.
Somerville? What the hell is that?
So,
there's no spin in this.
One thing we have all said on this show, and I've seen other people say on Twitter and stuff like that, is that, surely to fill the gap, Microsoft's going to have, third-party AAA day one launches like your MLBs and your Outriders and blah, 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 blah. They'll probably get that stuff to bridge that gap. That's, according to what I've been told, that's probably not the case. So I've been told that at the moment, as of right now, that doesn't mean that they're not trying, but as of right now, I've been told that there's no AAA third-party day one releases for Game Pass for the rest of the year. At the moment. Again, I didn't get told they're not trying or that something might not come, but as of this moment, there's nothing slated. There's no deals done. There's nothing slated. AAA third-party day one releases for the rest of the year. And let's be honest, we all assumed there would be. We all worked under the assumption that, okay, well, they've got no big games because their games got delayed, so they'll probably try and get... we thought they might try and get COD if they could.
$70 billion game.
What else is releasing for the rest of the year that's big third-party? Are there even any big third-party AAA games?
Are there? let's answer the question. Are there any big third-party AAA games that are coming out? Let's see. Callisto Protocol. If Hogwarts is still supposed to come out. A WB game that the Gotham Knights.
And all these games, guess what?
Saints
All
Row?
these games have, well, I don't know about Saints Row. Most of these games
I don't
have
call it
marketing
AAA.
deals with PlayStation.
Well, that's another piece. But like this whole thing, like no AAA games.
Look,
like
when you hear them talk about Hogwarts, you hear the developers talking about the DualSense controllers and all the cool things they were able to do with that. They're not hyping up this shit on Xbox.
Nope.
So even when
no,
you're
right.
Most
You're
of
right.
these games have deals with PlayStation. Like, I don't know what the fuck Microsoft's doing over there.
I have no
don't
clue.
know.
And like he was saying, like, you know, what AAA game, but like, dude, they were not only, you're talking about the rest of this year. What have they released this whole year as a day one AAA game? Nothing besides MLB The Show, which is a Sony game. They have not went out and got a triple. They didn't get Elden Ring. They didn't get a Resident Evil. Was Resident Evil 3? Did Resident Evil 3 come out this year? No, that was last year. Was there Resident Evil at all this year? Or no? That was last year. They didn't even get that in Game Pass.
Come on, Village.
Is that this year? No, that was last year.
Oh, I can't remember if it was this year or last year. I know they got DLC coming, but I can't remember if it was this. I could have swore it was this year.
They did nothing, dude. Like I would say, like AAA games at all this year, day and date. I thought they were being very passive on all this stuff, dude. I can't stop laughing because Game Night, man, with his friggin' his chat right here, he goes, "Bad news, Barrett." Goes, "I got some bad news for you." he does look like Bad News Barrett. He's like, "I got some bad news." Dude, that was hilarious. Oh, Game Night, that was some funny shit. But yeah, like they it's not even do they have AAA games. And I love the quote day one, because you know that's the thing that they want Sony to do. Put all your games there day one. And so Microsoft doesn't even have the games to put out day one. And now no third party wants to put their games day one. Do you think it's because Microsoft's not trying, or do you think it's because the publishers don't want to put their shit in Game Pass?
Also, I think some of these publishers are realizing it's devaluing their product, and it's training their customer base to expect their games to be in that service, which therefore any future sequels or other games from that developer on that platform, people are going to demand that it go into that service. It's not just the decision to put the game in there. It's how it affects your revenue in the future as well.
Yeah, exactly. And the expectations of your customers. So like basically, if Game Pass was growing, I'll give you a perfect example. Look at how the Switch took off from developers' interest. All of a sudden, people were porting their games over to the Switch. Why? Because the Switch was selling like hotcakes. Nintendo wasn't going. Reggie Fils-Aimé wasn't knocking on people's doors saying, "Please make a game for us." This thing was selling 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, first year. The Switch blew up, and developers went there. They started putting, Hellblade has to be on there, Doom has to be on there. Well, put our game on there. And indies, everybody just started putting games on the Switch because it was selling. Do you see Nintendo doing interviews with like, "I would love to see more games on Nintendo Switch"? Dude, all they got to do is just sell it, and they will come, because that install base was growing at an astronomical rate. And as a developer, you needed to be on that hype train, right? If Game Pass, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If Game Pass was blowing up 25 million, 30 million, 35, 50 million, and it just was blowing up month after month, and Microsoft's just like, yo, do you think more developers will be willing to put their games into the service? What do you think? Like if it was just blowing up, like if it was blowing up like a Switch, like it was just like millions after millions, like they were doubling this up. I think more devs will put their games in there. I think this is an indication that Game Pass is stagnant.
Phil said that Game Pass generates more sales. That's what Phil said.
Well, that's all horse shit too. And it doesn't deter people from buying games, he said. And also too that people make money. Like he was saying, like
You're my number one
if I'm not
customer.
in Game Pass, he was talking about indies. Like, I'm not successful. If I don't put my game in Game Pass, I'm
not
not
viable.
successful. Yeah. Well, he's like, that's completely not true. But you see, actually, with their demo service, which I guess I don't even think they even launched it, where they're putting Game Pass demos in there for indie games in development to see if it does well before the game's in there. So even that's an indication that it might not be a viable platform for every indie game. When indies, they're paying indies to make demos to put into Game Pass, see how that works out, and maybe they might want to put their full game in there. So, and actually, they are, and Booty asked, well, why would somebody stop their development and make a demo? Well, we're going to pay them. So Microsoft is paying indie developers to make a demo for Game Pass as a quote-unquote, they didn't say this, but this is what it is, a test run.
Right.
And see to get feedback and also to see how it does in Game Pass so that they might want to put their game when it releases in there. But they're not obligated to put their game in there. So therefore, you got to scratch your head going, well, wait a second. Why does a dev need this kind of test case if it's such a successful platform for developers?
Right, it don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Why are there no AAA games going into the service at all this year? Not just the end of 2022, but this whole year, day and date. Why? Where is
These
this day and
developers want
date?
to sell their game, but you know what? Too, I think Microsoft might not be. If you notice, most of the time when they have a marketing deal with something, it's usually something that's going into their service. I think they're so driven by pushing this service that they're not even making deals that aren't associated with Game Pass.
They're not. They aren't. And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand how, like, if Game Pass was growing at this great rate, like they were sharing numbers and doing like this, like, I think that a lot of this stuff would be auto. And I went back to look for Phil's quote about the flywheel. I'm going to start putting my stuff in there, and that will entice other people to say, wow, their stuff's doing well. My stuff is going to do well. And this flywheel approach where it just kind of like just starts rolling like automatically. It just gets pushed off the cliff and momentum takes the rest. He was using his first party games as the kind of the proof of the pudding to go, look, I could put my games in here day one and they will go crazy in there. Maybe you could put your games in there day one. Well, that has since dried up because I think we've seen games day one in that maybe are not of the standard or quality that people want to do. Like, I don't think it's that successful. And I think it's another reason why they've been delaying their games so willingly. Like, 2023 next year.
You just made the list.
Oh shit! Toolman, 7 months. Think you.
Think about it, Jez. Think about it. These games that are going into Game Pass, like Starfield and what's that damn game? The vampire game, whatever.
Yeah.
But people are still having to pay for a Game Pass subscription. So every month they're still collecting these subscription fees when they're not putting shit in there.
Yeah. And you see this, the cowboy stuff they've been putting in there. A lot of indie stuff. A lot. Yeah, I just want to read these two super chats here. Yeah, well, simulators. The Game Night 123 goes, the Xbots want to say that PlayStation haven't released any good AAA games or only a handful. Dude, that's some bullshit. They're all talking about that
Horizon
since its
Forbidden
release.
West. Look at the UK.
Yeah,
look at yes. Horizon Forbidden West is charting at number one because these games have legs, and so is Gran Turismo.
Miles Morales still selling, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing. Like, these games still selling. This will bring me to my point on this whole thing. First, I'll read Toolman's member of 7 months. Thank you. The tools have been at the grindhouse since day one. Thank you, Toolman. He goes, developers are definitely scared to put their games on Game Pass because of the stagnant growth. And I agree. Like, I think that this year shows, because even last year, like, if you look at the last couple of years, big games, they had Devil May Cry 5. They spent a lot of money. Remember, like, Capcom had this, like, this basically like a big payday or something. Everybody's like, what is that? That was Microsoft paying them for Devil May Cry 5 like 3 months after it released to put it in Game Pass. Then you look at last year, Back for Ass and basically Outriders. Just like what Josh says, like Outriders lost pre-orders because of Game Pass. Like people are not doing this. And I think they're paying a shit ton of money for that MLB deal. I think Phil's like emptying the bank for that thing to get a baseball game on Xbox. But that game's still selling. But you look outside of MLB The Show, what third-party game from anybody, even EA? Remember the rumors, Madden's going to be in there? Madden's still with EA Pass. It's only a 10-hour trial. Why is not Madden not in Game Pass day one forever? $70 sports game. What about, guess what? NBA 2K22. Is that their day one? Hell no. And guess what else? They took out NBA 2K23. They took out NBA 2K22 just to starve you a little bit before 2K23 drops. You notice that? It came out of both services, NBA 2K22. Because they want to starve you a little bit. They don't want you playing the basketball right into the basketball season. They want to give you keep you a little hungry so that you go out and go buy 23. That's not in there day one. So tell me what and you look, Callisto Protocol. You look at what else? Mass Effect and Mass Effect Remastered. That wasn't in Game Pass day one.
Nope.
The whole Mass Effect trilogy. That would have been a good one. What was the other game that came out that was like, why wouldn't it go? And that wasn't even AAA. It's based, but it's like another thing. Let's see what else. Let's see if I can find some game releases this year, man. It's a game. And again, I know that it's been a little dry. And well, I wouldn't say if it's not Sony to drop some games. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, not in Game Pass.
Nope.
Evil Dead the game. That's not even AAA. Not in Game Pass. Like, listen, dude, there was a lot of opportunities for Game Pass to get somewhat of A's.
They're happy with Game Pass shit. Lawnmower Simulator, Peppa Pig. They playing that stuff.
Dude, they didn't get. I'm trying to see what else would have been in there. Oh, they got a Rainbow Six Extraction.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, expansion. That's what they got.
That shit was garbage. Oh, my God.
That's what they got in Game Pass. Oh, shit. Shame on you. They did that. Dying Light, that wasn't in Game Pass. Dying Light 2. Remember Colt Eastwood? Oh, for years he was talking about Dying Light in Game Pass. Dying Light 2 wasn't in Game Pass. That was a AAA game that could have been in there. I won't recommend it. I don't like it. It belongs in Game Pass, actually. Crossfire X was in Game Pass. Oh, shit. Pause. That's a fucking pause and a half. I'm trying to look at AAA games. Let's see. King of Fighters 15 wasn't in Game Pass. These are AAA games or somewhat A's that could have been in Game Pass. Where is all this shit? Like, I'm saying, it's not even for the rest of this year that he's so upset. I got bad news for you. I'm talking about Grid Legends. Was that day one? Elden Ring? Nope. That wasn't there. Imagine Elden Ring in Game Pass. Day one. Trying to see what other ones are in here. WWE 2K22? Nope. Not in Game Pass. So they haven't put AAA games in Game Pass all year. So people are I don't understand it. Shredders was in Game Pass. Goddamn snowboarding game in March. The Ascent came to PlayStation. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Lego Star Wars could have been in Game Pass. Nope. MLB The Show was. That was the only last AAA game. That's the only one. Sony's defeating Game Pass with AAA. That's about it. Chernobyl Light? Nope, not in Game Pass. Dude, they Vampire the Masquerade. Well, that's PlayStation exclusive. Bug Snacks. Did that go in Game Pass? That's not AAA anyway. Damn. I'm just going through the list here of like what games AAA could have went in Game Pass. So they haven't put anything in Game Pass. Flight Simulator, Top Gun Maverick. Oh shit! How long did that last? I think the skit of Paris flying to goddamn the flight museum was longer than the hype for Top Gun Maverick. Goddamn DLC for Flight Simulator, like 3 planes and shit. I think the hype for that thing died down real quick. I think the skit was longer than that. The Quarry, that was another game. That could have been in Game Pass. Right? The Quarry? Why wasn't that in Game Pass? A lot, man. AAA's, dude. They can put any of this shit in there. So it's not only the rest of the year. They haven't put anything this year in Game Pass. Last year, they had Outriders and Back for Blood. which I won't call Black Football AAA, but it was something of a note. Now we got Saints Row, right? Saints Row is coming out. Roll Dome looks pretty cool. That's not Madden, Saints Row, Pac-Man World Repack. Oh, that's not play. Destroy All Humans. Is that going to Game Pass? No. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection. Is that going to Game Pass? Not that I know. Temtem, is that going? Nope, no announcements. Remember, we just had their E3 where they could announce a whole bunch of games coming to Game Pass. None of these were like games that were coming out later this year that we thought they would get, like the Batman, the Callisto Protocol, or any of this stuff. Sony got Valkyrie Elysium coming out too. Jesus, Grounded coming out of beta. Like, dude, like help me here. I can't figure out like what AAA games would they be putting in Game Pass. Here they are. Let's see. Now we're in November. Let's see. Are they going to get Call of Duty? Gotham Knights. Here's Scorn, Game of the Year.
You're my number one customer.
High on Life. That's not AAA. And then November, Skull and Bones. That's not going. Goat Simulator 3. They did. That's going to Game Pass. There you go. There's your November. Callisto Protocol in December. Atomic Heart, nowhere to be found. Anyway, amazing. John Baptiste with the 10. Thank you very much. He goes, when it came to Crossfire X, it was only the first operation that was on Game Pass. You still had to buy the second part. Oh shit, yes. Of the campaign. Yes. Remember, it was only the first part. They pulled it wasn't supposed to be in Game Pass when it was first announced. It was a last minute thing to put Crossfire X in Game Pass because the campaign wasn't going to be in there. But thank you, John Baptiste. Yes, it was only the first operation. Woo. Wow. Crazy. There's nothing. There's nothing for AAA day and date. So, yeah, I just went through the list. Is the guy still here? Everybody here? Link's still here. Like, you heard that list.
Yeah,
like, there's just missed, like, it wasn't even the rest of this year. It's the whole year. They haven't done shit with this. Buying, spending money. Is this Activision deal really just, like, handcuffed them? Because I was listening to Kid Smooth video, and, he called it out, going, like, gaming sucks. And he's like,
gaming on Xbox sucks right now.
Yes. Well, yeah, he did specify that it was. He did specify Xbox because he said even though the game, he can't say Sony didn't release games because he said they did. He just didn't like them, which I scratch my head. And he's like, I know why he doesn't like them, but
can't believe that you can't go by that.
He didn't like them. I'm saying
he's biased. Yeah,
yeah, I understand why he didn't like them, but he didn't say like
the green Kool-Aid. So
exactly. But he did say, like, it's like he the best line he had in there was, if you would have gave me 3 or 4 AAA games this year instead of the Activision deal, I would have took that. And that's what he said. And
the Activision deal ain't doing nothing for them right now.
And I don't think
Call
it's.
of Duty
I don't
still
do.
got the beta early on PlayStation.
I don't even think it's gonna do anything.
It's not gonna do what they think it's gonna do. All these games, they were getting them anyway.
Yes.
They just are hoping that Activision pulls all these games off of PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what they're hoping for.
That's
because
all they care about,
dude. If they just keep those games on PlayStation and just put them in Game Pass, like it's not gonna be the win that they've been expecting.
Let me tell you something. Call of Duty is not. Activision would be a fucking fool to put a game like Call of Duty day and date on when it launches on Game Pass.
Totally.
So they can sell millions and millions and millions of copies and then later on put that shit over there. They don't need to do they would be sabotaging their business model. You don't throw money away just to do it. I know that's what these guys are dreaming. This utopia where you never have to buy a game again because Microsoft owns every fucking thing, but that's just not realistic.
It's not realistic.
It doesn't make good business sense. It doesn't make good business sense for them to put it off of PlayStation or to put it in Game Pass day and date. It just does not.
No, it doesn't. And that's the point I want to leave with here is the fact that this whole day and date thing, and this is like AAA games for Game Pass for the rest of the year, no day and date, and I think it's evident to show that, and I think Take Two just did their financials. I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but the thing is if you look, the day and date model has yet to really reveal itself as something as a benefit, because you don't see the industry leaning towards putting their games day and date in a service. AAA games, that's what we're talking about. Big games at a $50, $60 to $70, $50 to $70, putting their games in a service day one after making these games for years, to say, okay, well, we'll put this in a subscription service, and nonetheless having a game that's not made for a subscription service, having a game that has an original vision of being, an epic campaign or a 10-hour of action adventure game, or the game that it wants it to be, and not a game that's like, guys, we're going to put this in a service. They'll probably sign up for the service for about 2 weeks. They'll beat our game, and then that'll be it. So our 5 years of making this game will be experienced in 2 weeks, and we get a couple of months subscription, a month subscription. No, they want you to pay $70, finish the game in 2 weeks, and that's what they want to do. They want their money back, just like all your games, your movies are going back to the movie theaters. I talked about last week. They're going right back to the movie theaters to make their money.
Listen, Warner Brothers just
they pulled it all.
They just been purchased by Discovery, and they're under new leadership now. So they're doing the whole they're cleaning house.
Yep.
But what they're also doing is they promised. First they got rid of the promise that they were going to do day and date streaming and theatrical releases. They got rid of that, and then they said, okay, 45 days from theatrical release, the movie will be in the service. Well, guess what? Their new leadership said, we're not going to promise you 45 days from theatrical release that these movies are going to the service, because sometimes these movies are still making money at the box office. So why would you undercut yourself to put it in a fucking service? Like,
yeah, you're undercutting yourself. That's exactly.
Once it's not making any more money, it's not in theaters anymore, then they'll consider putting it in the service. But they're not making no guarantees anymore, because they realize that their bread and butter, where they make their money, is in the theater, where people are spending money. Not they said it. They said that making these made for streaming movies
is not profit.
TV
they don't find it. Yeah, I used that quote last week.
There's no profit in this.
Nope.
There's no profit in spending.
They're not saying making
$40 or $50 million instead of spending maybe $150 million to make it theatrical. Spending less money to put it in a service to make a lower quality product that doesn't generate any revenue.
Exactly.
It doesn't make good business sense. It's
they
common
want
fucking
their
sense.
money. Yeah, they would rather take you paying 60 and like what I said, people will go, well, that's greedy for the corporations. But guess what? If they're gonna
that's what they're there for, to make money.
Exactly. But if they're gonna put a product out there for $60 and $70, the thing is then it's their obligation to make that product worth that thing and sell it to you and market it and get you excited about it. So therefore, we become the more important part of that system, because they got to get the money from us. But when you're just sitting there just throwing money at a service and they already got your money, what effort do they need to market and sell you this shit? That's why Death Loops and whatever games are going to come to Game Pass. Look what they did to Halo. Dude, they just stealth released that shit after a showcase. They're like, yeah, it's coming out. They used to have Times Square celebration, a huge thing, like you got to come to this event. You got to buy this. They didn't make it an event. They just dropped it as a beta and said, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, we'll show a trailer when it releases. Like, it was a lackluster celebration for Halo. Why? Because they knew the most majority of people playing it, it's free, and the other people, you already got your money for it. We don't have to sell you a $50, $70 product. See, when Sony says this is $70, well, guess what? Now we got to see the interviews. We got to see the gameplay. You wonder why we have yet to see gameplay for about 95% of the Xbox games. They don't need to show you gameplay because they got your money already.
And let me say one more thing related to this, kind of is semi-related to maybe Game Pass, but the Warner Brothers situation they said, why are we making these made for streaming movies and devaluing our product? They're taking. Shut up,
Oh
watch.
shit.
They're taking
Phil's
these
in
DC. They're taking these DC characters, right, and making these smaller budget streaming movies, right? But that's not adding value to your product. That's not adding value to your company. That's not
Yeah.
adding value
It's
to
potential
DC.
value if
It's
they say
devaluing.
subscribed, right? It's
No, but
devaluing
it's
the product
devaluing the
with
product. They
potential
want to
of
make.
subscriptions. Yeah.
They want to spend more, make higher quality, big budget films that hit the theaters and make lots of money, and put these characters and these properties on the pedestal they deserve to be on. And so when you look at it from a standpoint of what companies are realizing, that they're racing to the bottom, chasing this streaming service, all this bullshit. It's a race to the bottom. That's what
Yeah.
Microsoft. That's what Game Pass is. It's a
It
race
is.
to the
It's a race
bottom
to the
because
bottom.
that's what is. Where it's been trending ever since they totally started
Less
focusing on
output,
this
less
service.
AAA games from them, less
More
output,
studios, less AAA
more
games.
studios, less AAA games, and that's the thing. Like they bought these studios since 2018. You're telling me Compulsion Games, purchased in 2018, released We Happy Few, has nothing to show? They are incognito. Why the hell? What's incredible is that when Ninja Theory wasn't owned by Xbox, they showed less of Hellblade and just got the game out than Microsoft showing Hellblade for the last 3 years. Showing it at the Xbox One X Series, the Xbox Series X launch in 2019, then showing it again in 2020. Or was it last year? whenever they showed it in 2021, they showed it again. Showing the game, like, why are you showing it so much without gameplay, without somebody playing the game? And then you have your event and nobody even talks about Hellblade. You go quiet for 6 months. You have your Xbox event. You don't talk about Hellblade. You don't talk about Fable, Perfect Dark, Contraband, anything. It's just Starfield, 2-minute bullshit, and Redfall. And you don't talk about any of your first-party games. Why? Are you purposely delaying these for Game Pass numbers? What is the deal? What's up, James? How you doing? And then look, here's their big threes. Shout out to Zubitech. I'm going to get him on here again. Trust me, he's always busy when I do my show. PlayStation, here's your revenue. Sales of the PlayStation, 21.7 million lifetime. Nintendo, here's our revenue. 111 million lifetime. Xbox quarter. Revenue not disclosed. Sales not disclosed. But they're the ones, and they're in a catch-22 because Microsoft needs to share those Game Pass numbers in order to grow Game Pass, the developers, like people that put games in Game Pass. The problem is that number is not growing. And you see 25 million. They were talking about 15 million, 25. They were talking each quarter how many Satya was dropping, how many are growing. Well, guess what? Ever since the pandemic stopped, all services are down. For the company that bet on services, you're watching services dry up, subscriptions being lost. So, and that's the thing. Great games, great quality will stand the test of time. Services are too fickle to bet the house on. And Microsoft bet the Xbox house on services. And it is not a reliable way because it's too fickle. And especially with the artificial growth of COVID that made services shoot up and now fly the fuck down. And now you see Sony is messing around with the services. They are out showcasing Game Pass just with the first 2 months of their service that blended together. But they're not compromising their PC releases. They're not compromising their game releases. And what's so smart about it, and the last thing I was going to say with the whole point of his day and date stuff, is that when Dustin made his video about day and date Sony, and Microsoft doing day and date and more people to play our games, Sony putting Spider-Man on PC, isn't that more people playing Spider-Man? So why is that a problem for you Xbox check marks and
You're my
3Cs?
number one customer.
Why is that an issue that Sony releases their games on PC. Like more people are playing Spider-Man, but they're just doing it as a staggered thing because that benefits Sony. Microsoft,
they want validation.
Oh, of course they do. They want that one tweet to go, see, I told you. And the problem is they're never going to get it because guess what? Answer me this. When is Uncharted Legacy Collection coming to PC? It was announced in January, came out. I beat it again on PlayStation in January and February. Where's the PC release of it? Sony keep you hungry. They made Spider-Man. They announced them releasing Spider-Man faster than they did Uncharted to PC. Where's the Lost Legacy? Wasn't that announced? Where is it? But look what Sony's doing with Spider-Man. It's still, hey. Because guess what? But like my thing is that they say Microsoft putting their games everywhere is making Microsoft more money, more people to play the games. Why can't Sony do that? Sony is doing that, but they're doing it at a staggered approach. They're charging $60 for Spider-Man for a 2018 game. You would never be able to do that if Spider-Man came out on PC on 2018. It would be on Steam Summer Sale right now, probably for $9.99. Sony will never be able to charge $60 for that game. You cannot. You get diminishing returns. That game releases everywhere on day one. The only place it's going is their MSRP is going down. There's no re-releases. There's nothing. That game gets launched everywhere, and it just goes down. Sony's not doing that. And also, it stretches out your studios. You look at what Sony did, is that they make their game, then they got their Nexus or whatever. You go make Spider-Man 1, give it a PC, give them the ultra widescreen, meet the expectations of the PC gamer so we could charge them $60. And guess what? We're not compromising Insomniac because they're full-fledged going for Spider-Man 2. So now we're not spreading our studios thin. We're not taking goddamn Joseph Staten and making him do some. He's not doing quality splits. He's doing bum splits where his fucking pants rip open and shit falls out. He's split so far wide. PC people complaining, Xbox people complaining. Nobody. He has nowhere to go because he's stretched so thin. And Microsoft was not prepared for this. They took all their first-party studios. They took little indie studios that had like 50 people at them and split them up into groups of 3 like a fucking breakout session and said, make 3 games for us on everything. I'm out of here. Booty coffee. Dude, you got 100 people at your studio. All right, we're doing breakout sessions. I want 2 groups of 20. I want 2 groups of 50. I want 3. You're going to make 3 games with the 100 people that you got. That's what they did. They took these little studios that have 50 people and they broke them into fucking little showpiece, passion project teams. Because of Game Pass. Because that's the platform they believe in. Game Night 123 goes, Compulsion Games is confusing one for me. 4 years since they've been bought, and all we know is that it's a single-player game from an old interview. Dude, their whole first party is a goddamn ghost town. Thank you, Game Night. Their whole first party is a goddamn ghost town.
I came looking for booty.
So, it is. And their AAA, ghost town. The push for Game Pass this year has been horrible. Like, I can't see it growing. I think they're seeing horrible numbers. And that's why I think this Activision deal is a knee-jerk reaction to Game Pass just not getting where it needs to be. And they're not waiting. And this is what I've said before. Microsoft is not going to wait for Game Pass to naturally get there. Just like they didn't wait for Mixer. They didn't wait for Mixer to naturally get the attention that it needed. It was a good service. But Microsoft didn't want to wait. So they tried to artificially, instead of they had homegrown content. They fired all of them at that E3. They let them all go. And they went out and they bought Ninja and Shroud and just said, we need just to buy the big talent because it's not coming. We need an influx into Mixer. And I think Bethesda and Activision is just a bigger version of Ninja and Shroud moves for Mixer. They said Game Pass is not growing. We need something to get people interested in Game Pass. Well, we're going to go buy Activision that has the biggest franchise known to man in gaming. And if we take Call of Duty and Game Pass and have them synonymous, that will be what we need to do. And that's exactly what this Activision purchase is. Plus, Activision was digging their own grave. You think Microsoft gave a shit about their? They just saw that influx of all that legal shit and saw it as a deal to get them cheaper. But they wound up paying so much more than what they're worth because their stock dropped so damn because of the bullshit. It was an opportunistic move for them, but it was a move I'd call not out of strategy, out of desperation. Like I think the Obsidian purchase was a good move. I think that was a strategic purchase. I think Bethesda, I think that was just out of I think that was a desperation move. And I think Activision was a bigger desperation move. And nobody will say that. They think it's not strategy. It's not strategy at all. If it was strategy, you'll be playing Redfall right now. You'll be playing Starfield right now. Because they strategically purchased them to have games lined up while they're making their games. And look what happened. Shit all got delayed. And Sony's the one that got the exclusive. So tell me who's strategic and who's desperate. These are desperate. These are Ninja and Shrouds. And I guarantee that here. These are desperation moves. That's why you don't know what's going to be exclusive. Because you want to know what? They don't know. Because it's not strategic. When Sony purchased Insomniac, they knew exactly why Insomniac was being purchased. You're making Spider-Man 2. You're making Ratchet & Clank. We knew exactly what they were doing. When they purchased Haven, they're like, nope, they're making this game. They know what they're doing with their shit. They bought Bungie. There was no wish-washy shit. They said exactly what Bungie's doing with Destiny. As for new games, we'll see. Those are strategic purchases. That's for talent. That's for things. Nixus. They purchased Nixus. Look, you go make Spider-Man ports while they make Spider-Man 2. Strategic. You buy Compulsion. What for what? To sit around and jerk off for 5 years. These are not strategic purchases. You buy Ninja Theory for what? To release Bleeding Edge? That you canceled less than a year? It was an online service game. It was an online game with characters, hero shooter. You could have been adding characters left and right to that game. Why would you stop it? It was a passion project. Why would you stop it? Less than a year. No more content for Bleeding Edge. Was the stall base that low? It wasn't even worth to make another character? You paid Ninja Theory. Where's Project Mara, the step simulator? Where's that? If it's even a game. It looks like something that belongs in PlayStation VR. Exactly, Twisted. And then look, they got Blue Point. No, they got Housemarque. They didn't get Blue Point. They got Housemarque. They worked with them prior. They made Returnal, and they'll be making something else bigger and better than Returnal. They even added co-op to Returnal. So they purchased them, and they added a new feature to a game. Before even Halo still didn't have a release of co-op. But co-op and Returnal. I feel Sony's making strategic moves. And we are ready. And know what? They're strategic because us as gamers are experiencing the results of Sony's purchases of studios already. That's the difference. Where Microsoft, it's a crapshoot. They bought studios in 2018. You got some passion projects. You got bullshit in beta. Think about it. Obsidian hasn't released a AAA game since Outer Worlds. And Outer Worlds wasn't even published by Microsoft. Avowed, nowhere to be shown. Where is it? Oh, and they're making Outer Worlds 2. Well, that was a tease from last year. Year ago. Deviation Games, Hermanolt's taking pictures. So tell me how these purchases of filling the gap of AAA day one. Sony is strategically doing stuff, putting stuff in services, putting things, AAA games, doing VR stuff, buying studios, making VR games. Goddamn, what is that studio? Fire Sprite. They purchased Fire Sprite. They're making a VR game for Horizon. We're seeing the product of the purchases that Sony made. So tell me that this day and date is a win-win. Microsoft is better than ever with this day and date. They haven't really demonstrated day and date. Halo was a disaster. And now, they're not spending money putting AAA games in Game Pass. They're buying Activision. Where do you think all that money to bring you games is going? To buy Activision to bring you the same games that you were going to get. And I agree with Kid Smooth. Would you rather Microsoft spend the money and bring you AAA games, 2 or 3 of them this year like Sony has, and not even deal with Activision? Yeah. Because you were getting Activision shit anyway. And you would get new games from Microsoft. What's up, Jay Thomas? But instead, they're spending all this time and money on Activision, and Sony gets the beta a month early. Shit. Who's the fool? Who's spending money foolishly? So until Microsoft proves day and date, Halo everywhere, day and date matters, nobody's doing it. Not even Sony. Sony's going to do day and date. Dude, you should worry about EA and Ubisoft and Focus Entertainment. No, they don't even make AAA games. They got Plague's Tale. Plague's Tale's coming, but that's not AAA. I like Plague's Tale. I guess you could call it AAA if you want, whatever. Hell, they call them Bootleg Studios goddamn quadruple A. 1A apiece. 4 S's. But Microsoft is not demonstrating the success of this model. They're not. Game Pass numbers are not being announced left and right. They're not. Exactly. Josh has Fire Sprite bought last year, holiday next year turned. Yeah. But that's it, dude. This is my monologue. Link went to bed. Link, yeah. Did I get it? What happened? Did Discord shut down? Oh shit. Oh, Discord. Oh, Discord's here. Oh yeah, Link went out. Thanks, Link. That was my monologue. But Grinders. Epic show. We had Link. We had Ghost. We had Frogs. I want to shout out to all of them. Thank you. They had to go. And you follow them over on Twitter. And awesome. Awesome talking to the guys. And how to get this man. Hey, yeah, this is the I don't know. Any way you spin it, man. This is the way it shows up. And I want to thank everybody for the VIPs. I want to thank the super chats. Thank you for the new subscribers, the new VIP members, and the grinders. This is awesome. I want to thank you so much. But yeah, about the games. Phil said it himself. And I'll leave you with the voice of Phil Spencer and the Game Pass song to wrap it up.
Games to our platform, because in the end I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios.
That's
they don't
true.
play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games are there.
But if you're
And there it is. His job was to bring you the games. Fails the job. And I want to thank everybody again. Hit that like button, share it out. We had 190 viewers live. Amazing. I know it's summertime. We're getting them back. Hit that grinds button, like button. Grind stamps will be there. Share it out. Thank you again, everybody. And remember, it's all on Game Pass. Fernando. Hit me with the horns, Fernando.
Oh, it's second on 2. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and 80s. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like What to play first and what to play last. I'm at you, grounded, true and doom.